TNA Wrestling. Cross the line.
The King of the Mountain match is very unusual. You know, there's a lot of different variables in the match.
King of the Mountain, you almost need an instruction manual before you go to the ring. One of those matches where you have to be aware of where you are at all times.
It's a reverse ladder match with 5 participants, and the object is to climb the ladder and hang the belt.
You have to pin somebody in order to be qualified to grab that title and climb the ladder and put it up on the hanger.
The rules kind of press you into the situation where everybody's on level ground. You know, anybody can win. So, you know, first off, I mean, you got to deal with the fact that, you know, at any point in time, you can be taken out of the match, put in that penalty box, and you're out of commission for a while. Dealing with the chaos is very difficult, but at the same time, you know, it's just about, you know, biding your time and looking for your shots.
It's a thinking man's match, that's for sure.
The best strategy for winning King of the Mountain is pretty simple. I mean, you just stay on the offense. You know, you never play defense.
We got, besides yourself, there's 4 other guys in there, and you're all in the ring at one time. There's a ladder. There's different things around the ring that can be used at any time. You can be pinned on the outside of the ring, inside of the ring, anywhere in the building.
They're coming from everywhere. They may be coming off the ladder. They may be coming off the penalty box. You may be thrown through the, you know, on top of the penalty box. You never know what's going to happen.
Look at this. Wait a minute. Wow. Look out. Wow. Right through the table. Oh, my God. Right through the table.
If you score a pinfall early, your focus can become on hanging the belt where the other 4 opponents are still trying to get pinfalls. So you really have a huge advantage if you qualify early.
It's over. Jarrett's the champ again.
It's one of those matches that sometimes the less you do, the bigger advantage you have at the end. You don't get banged up, you pick your chance to go, and you do it.
This is what he came to TNA for. He did it. He's now the first pure TNA champion.
You got to know your weaknesses of your opponents more than anything, because there's like we've said, there's a lot going on in these matches, and you've got to pick your points to go high risk, and also know when to hold your cards and let the other guys do the high risk maneuvers.
King of the Mountain, you never know who's going to come out on top. You never know, you know, what's going to happen.
You're at a complete disadvantage if you're the champion going into this match.
There's only been one match where the champion retained because there's so many variables. There's no doubt about it. You got a bullseye on your chest. Everyone wants to dethrone the champion. That's why, you know, the match is called King of the Mountain.
You know, it's hard, you know, hard enough defending it in a one-on-one match when you know somebody's just as hungry as you are. Now you got, you know, numerous guys in the ring with you at the same time trying to do the same thing. It makes it that much harder.
King of the Mountain is the ultimate match, basically because it's for the ultimate prize in the game. I mean, it's for the World Championship.
You know, when you got all these characters in there doing crazy things, going up, and all the elements like we talked about before with the ladder, the penalty box, it makes for an exciting match.
It's very difficult to win the match because of all this separate factors going in.
There's always something going on. Somebody's getting pinned, somebody's trying to climb the ladder, somebody's in the penalty box. It is one of the most exciting matches to watch, and that's why I think it's one of our most popular matches.
First man to be introduced, his nickname really says it all. The King of the Mountain, Jeff Jarrett, and he gained that by being victorious on in one of the 2 previous King of the Mountain matchups that we have had in TNA. This is only the 3rd time in the 4 years of total nonstop action wrestling that we've had a King of the Mountain matchup. And when we heard from Jeff Jarrett earlier tonight, you saw the concern on his face as they anticipated who the new public face of TNA management would be. If it was Jim Cornette that Jeff Jarrett was thinking about, remember what Jarrett said. With Cornette in charge, I know that this is my opportunity, maybe my only opportunity to make good.
Mike, here's a man right here that held that belt 2 times. A man that people, I think, have forgotten about here as of late about his place in the World Championship picture. But if all the guys that are going to be in this ring here for King of the Mountain, there's some major names. That man right there is the most agile and the most athletic, and he's going to have to use both of those things to win that belt.
The 3rd person to be introduced, joining the King of the Mountain, Jeff Jarrett, And Ron, the Truth Killings, is a man who has never been the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. He's 6 feet 8 inches tall. He's 350 pounds. He's a monster that's been unleashed in TNA by the man that accompanies him to the ring, James Mitchell. You saw the tail of the tape. You saw the raw numbers. You know all about that size edge that this monster has. But don't forget the James Mitchell factor in a match like this. When you've got Mitchell at ringside watching your back, directing you, plotting, it could be a huge advantage for the Monster Abyss.
Champion, but when it comes to popularity, it's hard to argue with the way the fans feel here in the Impact Zone about this man. He's an icon, he's a legend, and he still smells it, he still feels it, and you heard him today. He still wants that gold. I think he's going to be a major factor here in the King of the Mountain.
I've been so intrigued by the dynamic between Sting and Christian Cage. Sting has told the world he wants to be in the King of the Mountain for bottom line one reason. That man, Jeff Jarrett, eliminate the cancer from TNA. Do not allow Jeff Jarrett to be NWA champ. You take a look backstage here at the Impact Zone at this Slammiversary pay-per-view. What's going through the mind of the champion? Here comes Christian Cage. You know that going through his head at this point, the fact that in the previous 2 King of the Mountain matches, the champions walked in with the belt, but walked out as an ex-champ. Here comes the reigning and defending NWA title holder. Here comes Christian Cage. He's headed into the Impact Zone.
Such a popular champion. He's been somebody that TNA needed, and he came at the right time. And he's been a great champion. You think of the great battles that he's had with the Monster Abyss. You think of the lockdown, the different matches, but this is his biggest test to date. Never before has he had to defend that belt with the likes of what he has to now. And of course, Sting, Jeff Jarrett, Ron the Truth Killings, and the Monster Abyss.
And never before has Christian Cage been involved in a match like this. The King of the Mountain bout where, yes, his NWA World Heavyweight Championship is on the line with 4 other individuals going to do everything within their power. There you look at Sting to win that title. Jeremy Borash is in the ring. Larry Zbyszko from the championship committee as well. Referee Earl Hebner positioned in place. Well, you can sure feel the tension in the building, can't you, here at Slammiversary?
This is what it's all about right here.
Time for our main event at the Slammiversary pay-per-view. The 4-year anniversary. Jeremy Borash waiting in the ring with the introductions. JB, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is your Slammiversary main event and is a King of the Mountain match for the Heavyweight Championship of the World. When the bell rings, the holder of the belt and keeper of the cage, Championship Committee member Larry Zbyszko, and your official is Earl Hebner. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing your 5 combatants. First of all, coming to us from Charlotte, North Carolina. He weighed in this morning at 230 pounds and is a 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. This is Ron the Truth Killings. Introducing, ladies and gentlemen, entrant number 2. He's accompanied to the ring by James Mitchell, standing 6'8" and weighing in excess of 350 pounds. This is the Monster Abyss. Introducing, ladies and gentlemen, entrant number 3. He comes to us from Venice Beach, California, and weighing in this morning at 252 pounds. This is Sting. Entrant number 4, standing to my right. He weighed in this morning at 238 pounds and comes to us from the Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. He is the self-proclaimed King of the Mountain, Jeff Jarrett. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing from Tampa, Florida, by way of Toronto. He weighed in this morning at 230 pounds and is the current reigning and defending heavyweight champion of the world, Christian Cage.
Main event time at Slammiversary. Christian Cage holds the gold high above his head. That's what's at stake in this match. The NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. And again, keep in mind, you hang the championship belt to win the title. And here we go, right even before the opening bell, but only after qualifying by winning a fall in the match. You send the loser of the fall to the penalty box for 2 minutes and turn them loose, because falls count anywhere.
And that's what you're going to have in a match like this. Falls have got to count anywhere, because this ring isn't big enough for these 5 superstars. And you see right now Jarrett and Ron the Truth Killings in the middle of the ring. The goal, like you said, is to be the first one to pin somebody or make them submit, because you are then eligible to take the belt and climb the ladder and hang it up. Man, this is an unbelievable match where if you can find a partner, you use them if you can, but it's for the gold.
Well,
so it's every man for himself.
Say Christian Cage found a partner in Ron the Truth Killings. Not for long, however. The Truth just decked the champ with the kick. Meanwhile, outside the ring, quick pin attempt here by Ron the Truth Killings on Christian Cage, but not even close to a 3 count. Outside the 6-sided ring, it's Sting and the Monster Abyss battling, and there goes Abyss into the steel, and there goes the Truth over the top and down to the floor.
And then Jeff Jarrett right on the champion right there, comes right after Christian Cage, but I like what Sting did. Sting went right after the Monster. He went right after the man who's 6'8", 350, to send a message to everybody. Yes, I am serious, but what a clothesline to take Jarrett out of the ring.
Oh, you're not kidding. Christian
Here he goes.
Cage. Now, after the clothesline, follow move.
Wow,
Oh,
what
man.
a shot right on top of the head of Jarrett. I don't know, it looks like Christian Cage may have had a bad landing.
Boy, he went airborne, flying off the top, and took Jarrett down to the floor. Action back in the ring. Well, this time it's Sting and the Truth with a double team effort on the Monster Abyss. Look at him just break right through that double clothesline attempt. Got both men goozled, but instead, Sting and Killings with the shortcut, they rake the eyes.
Well, you got to do what you got to do in a match like this. I mean, you know, we might call it foul play in other matches, but not in this one. This is the King of the Mountain match, and you do whatever it takes to get a pin or to make somebody submit, because so much is at stake.
Truth hit that spinning axe kick to the back of the head of Abyss. Then they look at each other. They're going to work together. Oh.
Wow! That's the athleticism I was talking about. And then the Truth. Look at this. No way, the Cage.
My God!
Sting on top of the cage.
Sting up on top.
No way!
Look how high he is above the arena floor. Sting looking down. Truth, Christian, Jarrett, Abyss. Oh, God, ladders for him.
There he goes! And he lands on all of them. It's almost like they were daring him to do it. They were daring him. And not only does he do it, but he lands on his feet.
Got to take another look at this. My God, Sting from the top of the penalty penalty cage, took 4 men out with that crossbody block. And back, live at Slammiversary, Sting taking it right to Jeff Jarrett.
This is a man that he's had a mission with from the beginning of his entrance into TNA, and that's to make sure that this guy doesn't have the belt. That's to make sure that he gets rid of the cancer that's Jeff Jarrett, and look at him, he's going right at him from the start.
We've got tables, we've got ladders positioned around ringside, and keep in mind that penalty cage as well. Stinger splash in the corner on Jarrett. Truth gonna push Jarrett back into the ring. Jarrett's wobbly, he's dazed and confused, and there's a missile drop kick by Killings. Here's the pin.
One, two, got it!
Got it!
He got it! Jarrett's got to go to the penalty box.
The True Killings is eligible to hang the belt and win the title. Jeff Jarrett must spend 2 minutes in the penalty box.
And did you notice how Sting just sat back and watched everything unfold? He just loved it. Killings gets the pin. Jeff Jarrett, 2 minutes in the box.
Well, this is a chance for On the Truth Killings, right? Look at this. Sting's the one who throws him in there. I love what Sting's doing, huh? I know he's still got designs on the gold. Everybody knows that. But you could tell that he still will do anything. If it means working with somebody, he will do it to help out. But right now, Jeff Jarrett locked in, and he's cracked. He caught his arm bad, I saw that. And this is a situation right now where the Truth, and you can see in the ring right now, Ron the Truth Killings, trying to pull the ladder in it. Christian Cage sent the ladder flying right on his chin.
Boy, you're right.
Oh my gosh, that was wicked.
Was catapulted him that time and caught him with that ladder, and Monster Abyss in with a boot to the back of Christian Cage. Not sure why he's making the save at this point, but you know, the Monster Abyss, who knows why he does what he does.
Well, maybe in his mind he decides that it's better to only have one man eligible than two. Maybe that's what he's thinking.
Probably.
But then again, like you said with him, who knows?
I mean, you're right. At that point, it eliminates one person from being able to climb, but at the same time, you take out that penalty cage factor in the match.
Good point. I mean, the less people that you have to deal with, the better chance you're going to have in the long run.
Countdown clock on your screen shows that we're under 1 minute in the 2-minute penalty session for Jarrett. In the box as Abyss takes the champ, Christian Cage, high overhead.
Look at that strength. But Cage fights out of it, rolls him up. Two, he's got it, he's available. He's now eligible.
Christian Cage eligible to hang the belt. Abyss must spend 2 minutes in the penalty box.
How about this? Oh, wow, and Abyss gets right back up to his feet and dropped the champ with a clothesline. Referee Earl Hebner going to try and position him over towards that penalty cage. Well, good luck with that one, Earl.
Monster Abyss, obviously James Mitchell's got to come in there and make sure that Abyss follows the rules of this match, and one of them is getting in there. You can see Jeff Jarrett doesn't even want this guy in, but Jarrett's time almost up.
Well, Jarrett begging off here. He realizes he's only got 2 seconds left. Now his time has expired, and he's out of the box. Unfortunately for Jarrett.
Oh, nice drop kick right there by Sting.
And then Jarrett gets right back into the fray, gonna pull Christian Cage by the leg and drives him right into the safety rail, and again he put him right into that guardrail. Wow.
One thing Jeff Jarrett knows too is if you're in the penalty box and you survive and nobody hangs the belt, you get a little bit of a rest. And he's obviously fresh, and he went right after the champion.
To this point, oh man, there goes Christian. There goes the champ right into the ladder. To this point in the match, Christian Cage and Ron the Truth Killings in the ring with Sting now. The two men who have qualified, at least to the point where they could hang the championship and win the NWA title.
Oh man, what a shot right there. Oh, but look at what Sting just did to the Truth. Oh, nice elbow right there. Sting's showing now that it's all about the belt right now. It's just one of those things I think you realize when you're out there and you feel the crowd and you feel everything going on. And look at Jarrett.
Keep your eyes on Jarrett here with Christian positioned in between the ladder. He slams it down on his back and then puts all of his weight, 238 pounds.
Oh, look at Christian just fighting to get out of there. But he's stuck. Stuck right in the middle of that ladder. Sting applying the pressure right there on the Truth.
You're right, Sting, Ron the Truth Killings battling inside. We're nearing the half-minute mark, 30 seconds for the Monster Abyss in the penalty cages. Jarrett continues to use that ladder as a weapon.
Oh, look at this, just applying the pressure to the neck. Oh man, Christian Cage is in a bad way. Jeff Jarrett knows what he's doing, and he can tell by the way Sting's manhandling the Truth right now that Ron the Truth Killings isn't going to be raising the belt at this moment.
Sting and Killings still in the ring. Jarrett circles the ring. Abyss under 10 seconds left. That was a pin attempt by Sting, but a 2 count only as referee Hebner counted the shoulders of Killings. And here comes the monster out. And you know, during that 2-minute session, James Mitchell was positioned right next to that penalty box, right next to the penalty cage, and you know he was plotting strategy for his monster.
I swear, I thought I saw communication from Jarrett to James Mitchell. Maybe it was just my imagination. But right now, right in front of us, the Monster Abyss is obviously plotting. So look at this. Again, you see Jarrett talking to Abyss and pointing him in a direction.
Boy, Don, that was a great call. You
Man,
really
I was right. He was talking to him, Mike.
And now Jarrett positions the table along with Abyss and then pointed to the ring.
Oh, look at Jarrett. He goes right after Sting. You know, he'll take any shot he can, and then the Monster Abyss goes after him.
Jarrett just said the truth. Killings goes face first right into the corner. Rocked him with the right hand. Far side of the screen. It's the Monster Abyss and Sting with, Abyss trying to right hand, but Sting fights back.
Keep in mind, Christian Cage and on the 2 Killings, the only 2 that are eligible to win this title. The only 2. Oh, did you see that? Sting and Abyss both go flying over the rope. And there you see Christian Cage still nursing his wounds from what Jarrett did to him with that ladder.
Oh, you're right. The champ out on the floor. Sting trying to regroup as well with Abyss. Jarrett's got Killings and gonna take him right now. Killings on the apron, but what's Jarrett gonna do? Gonna go for the stroke from the apron?
Well, it's falls count anywhere, and this is the way to do it, right on the rail. Right, and look at this, he's gonna roll him over. This is a chance to get a pin. Here comes Hebner.
Here's 2.
He does it.
He's
and now
qualified.
Jeff Jarrett eligible to hang the belt, win the title. Ron Killings must spend 2 minutes in the penalty box.
Oh, this hurts right now at this point in the match. Ron the 2 Killings eligible early. Now he's got to sit in the box. Jeff Jarrett eligible and fresh.
3 men have qualified. Ron the Truth Killings, Christian Cage, and Jeff Jarrett. But Truth is out of the equation at this point. Well, at least once he gets into that penalty box. Now it's Christian Cage and Jarrett. First Christian sends him into the penalty cage and now tosses him over the guardrail into the crowd.
Christian Cage, man, he knows what he's got to do. He's got Jeff Jarrett on his mind after everything Jarrett did to him with that ladder. Look at this. It's personal right now with Christian Cage. He's going right after Jarrett. You can see the Monster Abyss taking a swipe right there at the head of Sting. Sting trying to find a breathing room, it looks like, to get him some distance.
Well, you're right. Referee Hebner trying to get him back inside that 6-sided ring. But it's tough to do in a match where it's falls count anywhere. Look at that chair shot. God!
Sting showing a side that we haven't seen here. He knows it's whatever it takes. We've seen him use chairs. We've seen him break the eyes. I mean, we've seen him jump off the top of the penalty box. That's how important it is to Sting. And another chair shot.
He's waffled him several times in the top of the head with that steel. Repeated shots from Sting to the head of the Monster Abyss. A close-up look at Christian Cage taking Jeff Jarrett up to the top of the building.
All the way to the dice, trying to throw him off the top of this.
It's the last row of the balcony here at the Impact Zone.
That's how you'll end it for Jeff Jarrett. Get him over the top of that. But Jarrett fights back just in time, and you see now Christian Cage realizes where he is, and he's on the wrong end of Jarrett's blows.
Well, you're right. The battle on the bleachers is Jarrett coming down the steps with momentum, driving those shots, those right hands to the back of Christian Cage, and that one rocked him to the side of the head, sets him up again and caught him on the jaw.
Ron the Truth Killings has less than a minute, then he becomes available. This is good for him. Gives him a little rest because nobody's in any position to hang the belt. Even though they're eligible, they're not in any position, and Sting letting the Monster Abyss have it. I mean, every chance he's got.
Boy, you're right. Sting continues the beat down on the Monster. Meanwhile, Jarrett, the same thing with right hand after right hand for the NWA champ Christian Cage. Whoa, there goes Jarrett over the guardrail. I think we missed that one live. Jarrett crashed on the floor. Sting and Abyss continue to battle. The Truth with under 30 seconds left in the penalty box.
All right, now Christian Cage has a hold of Jeff Jarrett, and he's taking him on this side now. I mean, it's just any chance he's got to humiliate him in front of everybody. And look at him beating him on these steps right here by us.
Look at those shots by the champ. One after the other to the top of the head of Jeff Jarrett. Look out! There goes Sting!
Sting just, what, he go right through the wall there?
Actually, they broke the wall earlier. Sting put Abyss to it, and now Abyss just took Sting and tried to return the favor.
I mean, we've got so much action all around here, Mike, by the table. I'm trying to protect myself here at this moment. And now you see Ron the Truth Killings. I told you, this is a great opportunity for him. Ron the Truth Killings is eligible. He's putting the ladder in the middle. If we can get a shot of that. Nobody sees him there.
Well, you're right.
The Truth Killings has got the ladder right there in the ring.
And he's one of the three who's qualified to hang the championship belt. Truth, Christian Cage, and Jeff Jarrett to this point. But while Sting and Abyss battle on one side of the arena, while Jarrett and Christian Cage battle on the other, the Truth has the opportunity to hang the belt.
This is it. From the Truth Killings. He's going to slide in here at the last moment. Everybody can see it.
Hang the belt and become the NWA champion for a third time. Killings got a grip on the title, but here comes Abyss.
Oh, man, he took too long, and look at this. He sends him right back. You've got to scurry up that ladder fast, and look at how everybody stopped what they were doing when they realized where the Truth was.
Boy, it's so easy for us to say, Truth, climb up that ladder fast, but think about it. Just a couple of minutes ago, Jarrett took him and stroked him right into the steel guardrail.
Jarrett just kicked one of the remaining ladders in the ring and right into Sting and knocked him back into a rail. And you can see now Jarrett has control of Sting.
And Sting rolled in by Jarrett, who turns his attention to what the Monster's doing. They're going to work together again?
Oh, they have got a game plan. I don't know what is going on here, and I wonder if it'll continue, but look at that. They're using that ladder together. They're working together. Now Sting takes it.
You know, I didn't see this coming. I thought if Scott Steiner had qualified for this match, obviously we would see Jarrett and Steiner working together in the King of the Mountain, but I never anticipated Jarrett and the Monster.
What's Ron the Truth Killings doing? He jumped on top of the ladder right there. You can see, they just send him right over the ring.
They just dumped him out to the arena floor, did Jarrett and Abyss. 4 in the ring. Killings outside the ring. 3 have qualified to hang the belt. And a double drop kick by Christian Cage and Sting. How about that? I think they realize they've got to work together to combat what Jarrett and Abyss are doing.
Keep in mind, Sting and the Monster Abyss have not qualified, so they can't get the chance. Look at this. That's exactly what Jarrett did earlier. Now Christian Cage has him in the ladder. Oh, man. And you see Sting going up top on the Monster Abyss. Oh, this looks dangerous.
Look at this. He's got Jarrett sandwiched in there. What are you going to do, Christian?
Look at
this. He's riding his back while Jarrett is stuck in between the ladder.
Man alive, just applying that pressure. Now look what he's going to do. And there he's trying to raise the belt that way. Look at this.
Hang the belt and keep it. Retain the title, but no, here comes Abyss.
Trying to use the ladder in reverse fashion, a smart move. And then Christian Cage and Abyss both go tumbling out.
Boy, you're right. Cage and Abyss, the Monster out of the arena floor. Jarrett in the ring, but Jarrett's out of it after being sandwiched between the ladder by Christian Cage.
How about Christian Cage trying to climb that ladder that way, using Jarrett as the fulcrum there and climbing up the ladder, trying to hang the belt and continue to hold the title.
Again, 3 of the 5 competitors have qualified to hang the championship belt. Ron the Truth Killings, champion Christian Cage, and Jeff Jarrett. On the outside looking into this point, the Monster Abyss and Sting, they need to score a pinfall on one of the opponents just to qualify to hang the belt at this point.
Everybody's just so exhausted. It's the type of match that takes it out of you mentally. It takes it out of you physically. And when you think of everything that they've done to each other with the ladders and the rails and every way that they can hit you, it's just unbelievable that you can stand it all. And Ron the Truth Killings now going again. Another shot that he's got here to hang that belt.
Boy, you're right, Don. War of attrition here as you try and battle through the pain that you've had inflicted on you by your opponents. And Killings gonna try and hang it again. The Truth close. Here comes Abyss measuring him, but Killings is on the verge. Hang the title, Truth, and become the champ again.
He's got it right here, and you can see sends him back out and again outside of the ring.
All the way to the floor went the Truth. Courtesy of Abyss, and then he flung the ladder back, and referee Earl Hebner got knocked out by the ladder.
Yes, he did, and now Jeff Jarrett, who is eligible, goes for the ladder. Wait a minute, Abyss is standing on it. He won't let Jarrett climb, and look at this, Jeff saying, let me climb it up.
The 2 individuals.
Oh, is he going to give it to him?
The 2 who worked together up to this point in the match seem to be having a problem. Jarrett takes it away from Abyss, almost if he feels like it's his possession, that he should be the one to hang it.
Black all slam!
Cover! Oh no, referee to make the count.
But he's got him pinned right. Wait a minute, here comes Slick Johnson.
Count, 2, 3.
He's got it. And now Abyss is eligible.
Abyss is eligible to hang the belt. Jeff Jarrett must spend 2 minutes in the penalty box.
Oh, man, what a time to spend the time in the penalty box. The Monster Abyss has the momentum here, Mike.
He's got the momentum, the big boot drop, the champ, and in addition to that, he's got a steel chair. Zbyszko in the ring, gonna try and get that championship belt out again and get Jarrett in the cage for 2 minutes. Put that clock up on the screen.
Oh, the Monster Abyss now has a chance to finally win this championship. Somebody that a lot of people feel should, but he needs to get the belt from Larry Zbyszko right there.
Look out!
He can't hang it unless he's got it. Oh, Sting sends him through all the tables. 4 tables. Oh my God!
It came back to haunt the Monster Abyss. Don, you'll recall that it was Jeff Jarrett and the Monster Abyss who stacked up those tables, and Abyss just went crashing through 4 tables on the floor.
Look at this. You've got Sting, who's not eligible. You've got Christian Cage right there.
That's the key to this match.
They're looking for Larry. They're talking right here.
That's the key to this match, Don. Sting not eligible. Christian unloading with right hand. And Sting fights back. And look at Sting and Christian exchange.
Well, it's got to be this way because the belt's at stake. And here comes the Stinger Splash.
Stinger Splash in the corner for Christian Cage. Is going to hook it on here. Running for the Scorpion.
He's got it set up.
Sting is yet to qualify. He's got the Scorpion on. He's got the deathlock applied. And Christian fighting through the pain. He's trying not to tap.
If he taps right here, that makes him eligible. That makes Sting eligible. That means everybody has a chance as the time is running out for Jarrett. He's going to be free here in a minute.
You're right, 30 seconds and under for Jarrett in the penalty box. Christian Cage fighting through it. Is he motioning to? Sting continues to apply the Scorpion as Christian tries to use his leg strength to break it and try and hang on.
Jeff Jarrett now is going to sneak up right here. Oh, Sting's not going to.
Was the timeout for Jarrett? Can we get a ruling on that? What the hell just went on there?
I don't know. All I know is somehow Jarrett got out of that cage, and there he is.
Somebody let Jarrett out of the penalty box, and he's got the guitar. Body's laid out. Christian should try and get to his feet. Jarrett motions for Sting to get up. Look out! Christian's got the guitar away from Jarrett.
Oh, look at right there as you see Sting put it on Jeff Jarrett right there. And look at this, Sting now has the belt in his hand.
Sting's got the championship belt, gonna try and revive the referee, Earl Hebner.
Look what, he threw the belt over there to Christian.
You're right.
He threw the belt to Christian.
He's
telling him to go up the ladder. He's got Jarrett under control. Wait a minute.
What?
Larry Zbyszko.
What the hell just happened?
Team shot. What was that all about?
We just saw Sting hand the belt to Christian Cage and said, hang it and keep the title. He did want to just keep the title away from Jarrett. And Zbyszko, oh, championship committee member just got drilled right through the ropes. And what does Jim Cornette have to think about this? The new public face of TNA management.
Oh, look at this.
Stinger death drop on Jarrett.
If he can lean over right now and get the pin, that'll make him eligible.
Almost just has to drape his arm across his chest. Now rolls over and does. Where's the referee to count here?
Sting has got him pinned.
Hebner,
come on.
revive him.
Look at this. He's laying on him.
He can count himself.
2. Now Sting is on. Here he goes.
So now at this point, Sting eligible and Jarrett's got to go to the box.
Jarrett has got to go to the box right here. Now Sting, finally, going to get his opportunity. Sting is going to climb up here and win the title.
Sting on the verge of victory, climbing up the ladder, just a couple of more steps to go to hang the championship belt. And here comes Christian.
Now the 2 of them. Oh, look at now. We know what it's all about. Now it's all about the belt. And look at this. Will Sting let him do it?
Look at Christian Cage get right in Sting's face. The tug of war between them.
Earl Hebner just dropped him.
My God! First it was Zbyszko with the low blow, and now this damn you referee Earl Hebner. He knocked both Sting and Christian out to the floor when he tipped the ladder over.
No, wait a minute.
What?
No.
No way.
No.
Jarrett climbing.
No. This can't happen. Jeff Jarrett, and he hangs the belt. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and new NWA Heavyweight Champion of the World, Jeff Jarrett.
The words that we hate to hear more than any other in the English language. Yes, Jeff Jarrett has become NWA World Heavyweight Champion as they litter the excited ring with garbage.
They know what just happened. Wait a minute. Look at this. Referee Rudy Charles has taken the belt. He's giving it to Jim Cornette.
Who is it? Jim Cornette's got the championship belt. Who's the champ? Who's the champion? Cornette's got the title.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome back to where it all started, right here in Nashville, Tennessee, for the 5th participant in tonight's King of the Mountain match for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, the Wildcat, Chris Harris.
That's the right decision for Jim Cornette to make when you think about the last 2 matches that the Wildcat has been in. The sacrifice matchup with Cowboy James Storm, people called it the match of the night. And then 2 weeks ago on Impact, the Wildcat Chris Harris and James Storm crashed through the wall and were not able to enter the 10 count. So it looked like neither one would be able to make it to the King of the Mountain. Well, Jim Cornette made the right decision, a man who's been here from the beginning. Wildcat gets his chance. He is phenomenal. He's a man that won the Triple Crown here at TNA. Every single title that can be held, this guy has held it. He's the only man to do that. And when you think about a matchup that requires speed and elusiveness, I know Christian Cage feels he's in there to sacrifice himself for him, but I think the athleticism in AJ Styles will win out. And he's a guy that's been in this match before and can do so many incredible things. And it wouldn't be a King of the Mountain match without the phenomenal AJ Styles. We've watched this man right here, the Samoan submission machine. We've watched him from the moment he came into TNA, from the moment he started an unbeaten streak that went for over a year and a half. The epic battles with Kurt Angle, the one title shot that he had with Christian Cage, and it's all he's wanted. All he's wanted is to be the world champion. He gets his opportunity right here at King of the Mountain, and I'll tell you right now, Samoa Joe's gotta be one of the favorites going in. Can this be the night that Joe finally realizes his dream?
The next individual for this King of the Mountain World Heavyweight Championship match is the former champ, the instant classic Christian Cage, who certainly comes to the ring here at Slammiversary with a game plan in mind. Christian Cage made the pact earlier. We saw it in the interview with the phenomenal AJ Styles. Christian thinks that he's got AJ on his side in an effort to regain that World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, Christian Cage is somebody that will use his brain to win this match. I mean, that's what he's good for. You can like him, not like him, but one thing about him, he's cunning. He's an opportunistic former champion. He's the kind of guy that when the opportunity arises, you can bet Christian Cage will seize it, see it, and make it his time to become champ for the 3rd time.
Championship match is the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. That U.S. flag in hand as he strides with purpose and confidence down the ramp and towards the 6-sided ring. And you know that Kurt Angle would love nothing better than to get his first ever world championship right here in TNA. We're going to break it down for you now. The 5 individuals in this matchup. We're going to look at the tail of the tape with Chris Harris. And great job by the guys in the truck getting that information. The graphics up on Chris Harris so quick. Look at the weight advantage for Samoa Joe. When it comes to the years of pro experience, don't discount Kurt Angle. Consider that incredible amateur background and career that led him to winning the gold medal at the 1996 Olympics. 5 men, they've already been introduced to compete for the title. As we break down the rules here for this King of the Mountain match. Object, yeah, it's simple. You climb the ladder, you hang the championship belt, but it's getting there that's the tough part. You're only eligible to climb that ladder after you get a pin or submission, and when you are pinned or submitted, you've got to spend 2 minutes in the penalty box. Hang the championship belt and be named the TNA World's Heavyweight Champion to the ring. And the official introductions from Jeremy Borash.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is your Slammiversary main event of the evening. When the bell rings, the man in charge, TNA official Mr. Rudy Charles. And now, ladies and gentlemen, live on pay-per-view from the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee, it's time for the King of the Mountain match. Introducing, first of all, standing in the corner to my left, he weighed in this morning at 240 pounds. From Fort Wright, Kentucky, he is the Wildcat, Chris Harris. Your second participant comes to us from Gainesville, Georgia. He weighed in this morning at 215 pounds and is TNA Wrestling's only 2-time Triple Crown winner. He is the phenomenal AJ Styles. Introducing your third participant from American Samoa. He weighed in this morning at 280 pounds. He is the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing your fourth participant. He weighed in this morning at 230 pounds. From Tampa, by way of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, he is the instant classic, Christian Cage. And now, introducing your fifth and final participant, standing in the corner to my right. He weighed in this morning at 235 pounds. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, he is professional wrestling's only Olympic gold medalist. This is Kurt Angle.
The World's Heavyweight Championship belt held up at our Sacrifice pay-per-view event to be decided tonight at Slammiversary here in this 5-man King of the Mountain matchup. There you see the beautiful new TNA World's Heavyweight title belt held aloft by senior official Rudy Charles. The belt now in the possession, in the hands of Jim Cornette, and Jim Cornette representing TNA management. He'll be the man that hands the belt to the winner of the fall as they try and climb the ladder and hang it high above the ring.
We're going to show you right now the results. The T-Mobile right here, who you thought was going to win the King of the Mountain match tonight. And 30% right there said that Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle 25%, Christian Cage 15%, and the mystery partner that we now know is Chris Harris got 5%. It was an unknown, but Samoa Joe, AJ Styles had the lead with Samoa Joe by the voters, and I think people feel like this is his time.
We saw this earlier. Christian Cage and the phenomenal AJ Styles. Talking about working together, working as a team, and that's exactly what they're doing. Christian propels Styles into the Wildcat Chris Harris, and then Christian Cage follows up right off the back of Styles, and he just dropped the Wildcat in his tracks. Samoa Joe outside, out on the arena floor after the battle with Kurt Angle. And check this out. Styles is laying down purposely. He was going to allow Christian Cage to cover him so that Christian would then be eligible to hang the belt, but Angle came in to break it up.
I'll tell you what, AJ Styles is bought in. You mentioned it earlier. I mean, what a way to do it, because nobody's eligible until you get the pin. And AJ Styles was willing to take a fall so that Christian Cage can be the first one eligible. Great teamwork by those guys, and it really changes the way you're going to look at this matchup. And look at the wonderful drop kick by AJ Styles.
Oh, man, right here at the broadcast table, meanwhile, Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle continue to battle, and now Styles is getting in the face of Christian Cage. Look out. Oh, there goes Angle right into the penalty cage.
I mean, he absolutely just slammed him in the cage. Look at
trying to pin Christian.
Oh, man, and you think Christian Cage's going to return the favor right there. I think that's what AJ Styles thought. Hey, why don't you give it to me? And he waits, and he doesn't let him do it, and now it's going to be all on. What a kick by the phenomenal AJ Styles to the back of Chris Harris's head.
You're right, Styles drilled him in the back of the head with the kick. Now heads out to the apron. You know he wants to go springboard here, and Joe knows it as well and just pulled him right down off the apron onto the floor.
Well, we're going to do our best to follow all the action, but these guys are, oh my God! Joe just grabbed AJ Styles and just slammed him into the rail.
Right, just flung him, took him by the legs, and he went head first right into the steel. Action in the ring with Samoa Joe with those big shots to the midsection of Christian Cage. Cage puts on the brakes, but Joe catches it. First inverted atomic drop, then off the ropes, and he got that big boot right up.
What a boot to the face, and right in front of us, the Wildcat, Kurt Angle are going in, and look at Joe, breaks that knee right down on Christian Cage.
Now, the Wildcat, he took Joe, used him like a projectile, and flung the 280-pound Samoan right into Kurt Angle on the floor. Wildcat's ready for Christian.
Samoa Joe's just been on fire, and now look at this, going for the catatonic, and he spins it around with Christian able to counter. He's going for the unprettier, gonna try to get one here quick, and look at the counter, and look at the straight by the Wildcat Chris Harris.
Full Nelson slams him down to the mat. AJ now back into the battle. Phenomenal one, catches Harris unaware. Quick reversal and Harris shoots. Oh, Styles off, but AJ got the boot up. Watch Styles out of the corner. Tornado DDT.
Oh, look at the strength. And this is not the Wildcat's first King of the Mountain match. He was in the first. He spun him around. Hits the catatonic. He is like 1, 2. The Wildcat is now available to go for the title.
He's eligible. The Wildcat Chris Harris gets the pin on AJ Styles, and Chris Harris is eligible now to hang the championship belt.
AJ Styles has to go to the penalty box for 2 minutes
to hang the belt and win the TNA World Championship.
You talked about that previous experience factor. 3 of the 5, Don, have been in prior King of the Mountain matchups. Those 3 being Chris Harris, AJ Styles, who's headed into the box for 2 minutes, and Christian Cage. Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, their first time in King of the Mountain, as we see Harris and Christian exchange out on the floor.
Think about this, Mike. AJ Styles cannot help Christian Cage in any way. Look at Joe with the ladder. Unbelievable. He just throws it over the top. Right on top of the hands of Cage, but you better watch out because Kurt Angle's right at you.
Look at these shots by Angle. The Olympic gold medalist unloads, but Joe reverses, fires him off into the corner, and then catches him with a high knee.
What a knee right there by Samoa Joe. And look at him just grind that foot into the neck of Kurt Angle. The neck that's been broken. And he just takes him and he face launches him with that foot.
Countdown clock shows that we're under a minute before AJ comes out of the penalty box. Samoa Joe went for the boot to the face of Angle, but Angle stopped him, and there's the suplex. Watch him maintain the contact. Watch him maintain the grip. He's going to take Joe up again with another suplex. Going to try for 3.
I mean, the fact that you can do this many German suplexes is what makes Kurt Angle so incredible. There's another one, and every one of those just knocks the fire out of you, knocks the air out of you, Samoa Joe, but the time is now drawing near. AJ Styles is going to be able to get out of that penalty box, but keep in mind, only the Wildcat is eligible to win the title at this point. That's so important. He's the only one that's got a pin.
Oh, you're right. That's the determining factor in this match. As we see the rear naked choke, Kakima clutch is applied by Samoa Joe on Christian Cage.
By the same time, Kurt Angle's got an ankle lock on Samoa Joe, I believe. I mean, this is unreal. You've got Christian Cage. You've got, oh wait a minute, he's got the ankle lock on Christian, I'm sorry. But unbelievable, Christian was getting it on both ends.
2-minute period has expired, and the phenomenal AJ Styles is out of the cage. All 5 men are back in this King of the Mountain match, but only one eligible at this point, and that's the Wildcat Chris Harris off the pin on AJ Styles, as I see Christian trying to bring a ladder into play outside, while Harris unloads with that big left hand that takes Angle out to the floor. Christian's got the ladder position. Wildcat Chris Harris comes across. Christian poked him right in the eyes, and now he's going to try and suplex him on the ladder.
Think about where that ladder's positioned, and there you see Christian Cage is trying to hold his balance, and he tried to go for a shoulder block, but Christian able to get out of the way for the most part. Another left there, though, by the Wildcat, and look at Christian just trying to hold his balance, and he couldn't do it. And he just got crushed right there by the ladder.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God, he's stuck in it. He's stuck in the middle of the ladder, people.
Swinging a miss with the clothesline by Styles as the action continues in the ring. Back elbow for Harris. AJ inverted DDT. Cover. Pin. Twos. Samoa Joe in to break it up.
I mean, you've got to try to break it up. The more people that are eligible, the more chances they've got. Look at the Pele! The Pele out of nowhere as he crashes on Samoa Joe. And now look at AJ. Springboards, and he nails him with the forearm.
Great flying forearm shot off that springboard by Styles. Takes Joe across the ring. Now it's AJ Styles and Kurt Angle. Could it be the Styles clash?
Oh, this is a chance right here to try to go. He's got him set up. He's got, oh, but look at this. Angle's going to turn it into an ankle lock.
Awesome reversal. Awesome counter by Angle.
Oh, he can get him in tap. Oh, look at that. Oh, nice turn. Nice reversal. Nice kick. And look at AJ. He's just so athletic. He's unbelievable in the ring.
Oh, the educated feet of AJ Styles takes the Olympic gold medalist to the floor. Styles charges at Harris, who elevates him.
Oh, right on the ladder. Right on the ladder. Right on Christian. Oh, my God. Unbelievable night.
Christian Cage, AJ Styles down on one side of the ring. Kurt Angle outside as well. We got to take another look at this. Guy's in the truck. Can you get a replay?
Look at this as you see AJ and look at the Wildcat. And there was Christian still on that ladder, and they both got crunched. Unbelievable.
Back live.
He's got a chance, remember. Chris Harris asks for the belt.
One more look, guys. Let's get back live. Harris has got the championship belt. Jim Cornette just handed it in. Now, this is his opportunity. Climb that ladder, hang the belt, and become world champion. Kurt Angle hits the ring.
Kurt Angle realizes how close he was, and he can't allow it. Oh, man, and then he just dropped him with the
Olympic slam pin.
Dude, got it, and Angle now is eligible. Kurt Angle
is now eligible to win the match and the title.
And Chris Harris has to go to the penalty box. Well, that doubly penalizes Harris because he was the only man up to that point eligible. You're right. Now it's Harris and Angle who are eligible to win the championship.
Think about this Kurt Angle right now, though, the only one that's in the ring that has a chance at hanging that belt. Oh, what a snap slam by Samoa Joe. Unreal. And it's just absolutely incredible.
In the corner, Samoa Joe charges in, went for the elbow. Christian moves out of the way, and Joe just powered him down to the mat. Here comes AJ and Joe. Joe's ready for it. Catches him in the bear hug, out to the middle of the ring.
You can just see right here. Look at he just dropped it right on his head. Absolutely incredibly dropped it right on his head. Oh, but think about it though. Joe and AJ Styles are not eligible. Only Kurt Angle is eligible, and Christian still hasn't recovered. Muscle Buster, and he hits it.
Joe, cover him and become eligible. Here it is.
Oh, Kurt Angle breaks it up just in time, and he's got to.
Smart move by Angle. You've got to do that. Remember, Angle and Harris eligible at this point, but Harris still in the penalty box. Angle went for the clothesline, and he knocked out the referee. Rudy Charles is down at the same point that Joe applies the choke.
Think about this, the referee, though, even if Angle taps out, the referee won't see it. And he's got him in that hole. And right now the referee's knocked down, so Joe trying to become eligible, but the referee's got to call it.
And you can see Angle's
tapping.
Angle's tapped out.
The referee's still knocked down, and he can't see it. So Joe is still not eligible. And keep in mind, Wildcat Chris Harris still in the... Wait a minute. Look at this, the ladder by Christian.
Oh, God, right into the head of Samoa Joe. Christian going to try and revive the referee. Dragging him across. Christian on angle. Did he get the three? I think he got it.
Christian Cage is now eligible to climb the ladder, hang the belt, win the title. Kurt Angle must spend 2 minutes in the penalty box.
Oh, he stole that. He stole that. I mean, Chris Harris is locked in the penalty cage.
Well, the referee's not able to let him out. So Chris Harris is still stuck in there. And now, you got to realize that Christian Cage is asking for the belt since he's now eligible.
Right. Christian calls for the championship belt. The third man to become eligible is now going to head up while they put Angle in the cage. Here goes Christian.
He's got it. He's right there, but no Joe. Joe's too close, and you can see him fighting it off. Christian's got that belt in his hand, but Joe's going to fight up there at the top. He's so close to hanging it, but he can't. And now Joe, who's not eligible, is going to make sure. And look at that off of the ladder. Oh, my God.
Dropped him down right across the goal. Dropped him down across the championship belt.
The crowd showing their appreciation. And Kurt Angle is in the penalty box. The Olympic gold medalist is going to sit watch this go on right now. The Wildcat is eligible. Christian Cage is eligible. Kurt Angle's eligible, but he's in the box. And Samoa Joe and AJ Styles still are not eligible.
Bodies laid out all over the six-sided ring. Harris looks like he's going to be the first to get back up to his feet. Chris Harris, Kurt Angle, who's in the penalty box, and Christian Cage, the only three to this point eligible to hang the belt and become TNA World's Heavyweight Champion. It's almost like you've got to have eyes in the back of your head here as Harris tries to get that ladder in position. Now, Cornette hands in the belt.
Well, he calls for it. He feels this is a good opportunity, but you can see how he just hangs on that ladder. It's the reverse ladder match style of this. You're not pulling it down. It's not just getting up there. Then you've got to balance yourself, and you got to hang it up there, Mike.
You're right. Harris close to hanging it and becoming World's Heavyweight Champ, but Samoa Joe climbs up the opposite side, and the southpaw unloads. Oh, and then he just hit Joe right in the top of the head with the belt. And now here comes Christian.
Christian fighting him up, and they're crashing each other in the head. Wow, look at that! Harris not standing alone. Here comes AJ, and he kicks it right off. Not gonna allow it to happen.
Drop kick the ladder, and Harris just crashed and burned right against the ring rope.
Listen to this crowd. They know they're watching something spectacular. Kurt Angle is now eligible to get out of the penalty box, but he's having a hard time getting out. Think of the beating these guys have taken. I mean, think of all the things they've gone through. But only Harris, Angle, and Christian Cage are eligible.
Wait a minute, where's AJ headed here?
I don't know what AJ Styles is doing.
Styles going up to the top. Wait a minute.
He's going
up on top of the penalty cage. Is he crazy? Is he out of his mind?
Well, look at this. Samoa Joe's going up after him. What on earth are they doing right there?
What the hell is this? Way up on top of the penalty cage. Joe with those series of shots to the
midsection. They're absolutely crazy as they're fighting.
Fights back as well.
Right here on the cage in front of us. This is absolutely crazy. They're so dangerous. You can get knocked out. And look at, you can see AJ fighting it. Joe fighting it. Both these guys, there's nowhere for him to go.
Joe's got the choke.
He's got him.
He's got the choke cinched in on AJ Styles. Already kicked it. Got him right in that low blow.
He caught him with that low blow as the Wildcat now. Climbing up on top. Unbelievable as AJ fighting him off. Oh, what a shot right there by Joe. AJ fighting for his balance. Look at this. Wait a minute. Wow.
Look out.
Wow. Right through the table.
Oh, my God.
Right through the table. Unbelievable. Somebody get some help. I'm hooked up to a cord. Oh, my God. AJ Styles has been creamed.
Now Samoa Joe knocked off the top by Chris Harris. Christian Cage headed up to the top of the penalty cage and trying to get Chris Harris, and Christian unloads with shot after shot. Harris fights back.
Joe and AJ, look at these guys. The danger. AJ Styles is dead right out here in front of me. And then look when Christian Cage took that shot off the top.
Harris with the front suplex. Christian, he just took him and suplexed him all the way to the ring.
Keep in mind, Joe and AJ are not eligible, and what a clothesline off the top by the Wildcat.
Sprung off the cage, clothesline the Olympic gold medalist down.
This crowd realizes that this is such a momentous moment. All three of the guys in the ring are eligible. AJ and Joe are knocked out in front of us. What a shot to the table by AJ. But now this is a chance for these three.
Wildcat Chris Harris gonna position the ladder. Gonna look up, get the championship belt from Jim Cornette, hang it, become title holder, but then Christian, he caught him from behind with the shot. And now, what's Harris gonna do here with the ladder?
He's gonna use the ladder as a weapon. Look at that. He's got it wrapped around him, he spins it around. But no, now he catches it, and it's just like a tornado, and he catches Kurt Angle with it.
Christian Cage first, deck the Olympic gold medalist next. And the Wildcat, he's the only man on his feet out of the five.
Oh, this is his opportunity. Joe trying to get to his feet in front of us. But you got to remember, Joe's got to get a pin to even get eligible. And now the Wildcat going to take about his fourth opportunity right here, Mike, to climb up this ladder and win the TNA World Championship. Somebody get out here and help AJ Styles. He's knocked out cold.
Harris calls for the championship belt, and Cornette passes it in. And now, the Wildcat Chris Harris, all he's got to do is climb the ladder, hang that championship belt, and become World's Heavyweight Champion for the first time.
Oh, he's so close. He's trying to get his balance right here, Mike. He's trying to get his balance, and he's got to find some way to steady himself and get it hooked up on the top, and look how close it is, but the longer it takes, it gives Cage and Angle a chance.
You got to get up higher on the ladder, Chris. Just a few inches short, and now Christian comes in and knocks the ladder over and sends Chris Harris into the turnbuckle.
Oh, man, you knew he was just taking too long. It was too unsteady. Oh, my God! He just threw the ladder in him like a baseball and just knocked out Wildcat Chris Harris. And now Cage has his opportunity.
He's got to be the favorite now.
Oh, absolutely, Mike.
Harris is knocked out. Angle's knocked out. Samoa Joe and AJ out on the floor. And now, if Christian Cage can hang the belt, he can regain the title.
Oh, this is his chance. Kurt Angle. I mean, it's almost like Kurt Angle doesn't even know where he is. And this is it, Christian Cage. But let me tell you something, you can't delay. You've got to climb it. You've got to climb it fast.
Not after the war that they've been through. Christian, slow to make his way up the ladder. You got to go up a few more rungs, instant classic. On the verge, he's almost there. Angle's getting to his feet.
Look at Kurt Angle now trying to stop him. He's got him by the ankle. Kurt Angle climbing up to the top.
He's got the ankle lock.
Unbelievable, the ankle lock on the ladder. Oh my gosh!
Christian Cage in no man's land, but trying to use his free leg and free foot, and he did it! He broke the ankle lock by kicking Angle in the head.
How do these guys still keep their balance through all of this as they're fighting on top? One shot after the other as Christian Cage has the belt in his hand, but he can't find the ring. He can't get it hung up there.
Christian went to hang the belt, and Angle caught him with a shot. Here comes Harris up the top.
Oh no! Oh! Spears Christian Cage right up the ladder, but look at this. Kurt Angle's alone. Kurt Angle's got a chance.
He looks around. He looks above. Kurt Angle's got the belt in his hand. Kurt Angle's going to try and hang it.
Can he do it? This is what he came to TNA for.
And he did it.
He's done it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the King of the Mountain match, the new TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, Kurt Angle!
What a momentous occasion here at Slammiversary as Kurt Angle becomes the World Heavyweight Champion.
Unbelievable. He came to TNA. It was his goal, and he's now the first pure TNA champion. And look at him. He's just milking it in, the Olympic gold medalist.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, back live inside the arena here at Slammiversary. It is time for our third of three championship matchups. It is time for the World Heavyweight Championship. We're going to break down King of the Mountain with the tail of the tape. Here's the bullet points. The format for this King of the Mountain matchup, in my mind, puts the defending champion Samoa Joe at a distinct disadvantage as 4 challengers qualified recently on Impact. The up-in-the-air mentor-student relationship between Joe and Kevin Nash put to the test tonight. If the 4 elite challengers combine with the uncertainty of the special enforcer isn't enough, Joe enters with the knowledge that no other defending title holder has ever left King of the Mountain as the champ.
Well, he is the special enforcer, Kevin Nash, and of course, on everybody's mind is the relationship between him and the champion Samoa Joe. He always talks about Joe being his investment, how it's always in his best interest if Joe wins. Joe, on the other hand, is just trusting, and why wouldn't you be? When you're the champion, everybody's always got a target on you.
Big Sexy in the role of management muscle. Is that going to be a plus for the champ? And here comes the first of the 4 challengers headed towards the arena. Here comes none other than the War Machine Rhino, who qualified by beating James Storm.
He stands 6'1" and weighs a stout 275 pounds. The War Machine, Rhino, has fought his way back to the top, and tonight looks to become a world champion once again. Rhino will use his ring experience and raw brute force in an all-out assault in his attempt to capture the TNA World Heavyweight Championship once more.
And here he comes. The War Machine. Somebody that talks about how difficult his life has been in this last year. What a way to turn things around.
He has. He's completely turned his life around, and he finds himself tonight with the opportunity to once again become the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Rhino, challenger number 1. He's locked and loaded for King of the Mountain. Challenger number 2 looks to impress tonight and prove that he belongs among the elite in professional wrestling. If you think back to Thursday Night Impact, you'll recall that his opponent, Matt Morgan, lost his temper. Robert Roode turned it on Matt Morgan, and Robert Roode qualified to be one of the challengers tonight.
He stands 6'2" and weighs in at 235 pounds. Robert Roode defeated Matt Morgan in the King of the Mountain qualifier to earn his first shot at TNA Championship Gold. Roode, a TNA original, has the chance of a lifetime. Will tonight be the night it finally pays to be Roode?
Chance of a lifetime describes the exact situation that Robert Roode finds himself in tonight. This is the opportunity, Don, for Robert Roode to prove that he belongs at the top, that he belongs among the elite of the competitors here in TNA.
Well, the bottom line is he's on equal footing with everybody else in this matchup. 5 people all vying for one thing. It's about opportunity. You've got to make sure you get the pinfall or submission to qualify. Once you do that, you've got as good a chance as anyone else. And if nobody else qualifies, well, then you have the advantage.
Robert Roode surveys the situation, looking around, seeing the imposing penalty box, the ladders around the ringside area, and he realizes, Don, that this is his chance to become TNA World Heavyweight Champion for the very first time if he is able to hang the title belt high above the ring. Challenger number 3, yes, it's the instant classic, Christian Cage, who looks to once again become TNA World Heavyweight Champion. It was on Impact recently where he defeated his former associate Tomko to qualify for tonight's match.
He stands 6'1" and weighs in at 235 pounds. A 2-time world champion and King of the Mountain veteran, Christian Cage always has his eye on the prize. With a win here tonight, the wily veteran will prove to the world that he truly is an instant classic.
knows more than Christian Cage what can happen to you in the King of the Mountain match. Went into this match as the champion. Never got pinned or didn't get pinned to lose the title, but yet the title belonged to Kurt Angle when that match was over with. He knows it's about opportunity, and he knows this time around what he needs to do to get that belt for the third time.
Don, I think it's interesting when you break down the history of the King of the Mountain and you look at the 5 competitors, the 4 challengers and the 1 champion this year. Only 2 of the 5 wrestlers have experience in the past in a King of the Mountain match. Those 2, Samoa Joe and Christian Cage. Samoa Joe in 2007, Christian Cage in both 2006 and 2007, but neither Cage nor Joe has ever won King of the Mountain. And ladies and gentlemen, the 4th and final challenger used interference by Tomko to recently defeat the phenomenal AJ Styles in the Impact qualifying matchup. Booker T taping up on his way to the ring.
He stands 6'3" and weighs in at 250 pounds. Booker T is a man on a mission, a man with bad intentions, a man who stands alone. He has been a world champion everywhere he has been, except in TNA. Tonight, will Booker T add TNA Gold to his collection and write the final chapter in his storied career?
You know the irony of Booker T being in the King of the Mountain match? He owes it to Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe won't dodge anybody. He took on the challenge. Now Booker T had to earn his way in from that point. But the funny thing about it is, if it wasn't for Samoa Joe, he wouldn't be in the match in the first place.
You think of how the wrestlers were picked to qualify for those King of the Mountain matchups to earn their way here to Slammiversary. As Don just mentioned, Samoa Joe, fighting champion, not backing down from everybody. Samoa Joe wants the toughest competition that he can possibly have. And on that note, we have introduced the 4 challengers. The champion is headed to the ring. Samoa Joe, he's been there before, but boy, he certainly doesn't have history on his side. No champ has ever left King of the Mountain with the title.
He stands 6'2" and weighs in at 280 pounds. The Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe, is prepared to make his most challenging title defense to date in tonight's King of the Mountain match. Tonight, the reigning world heavyweight champion will attempt to become the first person in TNA history to retain his title at Slammiversary and prove he is the King of the Mountain.
That this is going to be the toughest test to date for the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe as TNA World Heavyweight Champion. I'm not exactly sure that the rules of this match play into Samoa Joe's style, where he wants to have his opponent tap out. You factor in 4 elite challengers. You saw the body language as he walked by the special enforcer, Kevin Nash. Not exactly certain that that's a positive for Samoa Joe as well. Even the fact that he's not concentrating totally, fully focusing on the 4 challengers, but also thinking about the man who is the special enforcer, Kevin Nash.
Samoa Joe letting the people know that at this point, he is the TNA World Champion. Everybody asks, why is it so hard? Well, it's just the odds. You always talk about it. I mean, the deck is always stacked. The key is you've got to get yourself eligible to hang the belt. Kevin Nash looking on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for our main event. Samoa Joe, the reigning champion, brings the title to the six-sided ring, and we're going to send it to Jeremy Borash. Yes, JB, dead center in the middle of the ring. JB's got the introductions for our main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is your Slammiversary main event and is the King of the Mountain matchup. When the bell rings, the man in charge, TNA official Mr. Rudy Charles. And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from Memphis, it's time for your main event of the evening. Introducing, first of all, the challengers. He weighs in at 275 pounds and comes to us from Detroit, Michigan. He is the War Machine, Rhino. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing from Wall Street in Manhattan, New York. He weighs in at 235 pounds, Robert Roode. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, now making his home out of Tampa, Florida. He weighed in this morning at 232 pounds. He is the instant classic, Christian Cage. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing from Houston, Texas. He weighed in this morning at 250 pounds, Booker T. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the champion. He weighed in this morning at 280 pounds and comes to us from the Isle of Samoa. He is the current, reigning, and defending TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, the Samoan Submission Machine, Samoa Joe.
Once again, to review, all 5 competitors start the match ineligible to win. In order to become eligible, you score a pin or submission win. The loser of each fall must spend 2 minutes in the penalty box cage, and once you become eligible, you win the match, you win the title by retrieving the championship belt, you climb the ladder, and you hang that championship belt high above the ring.
The hard thing about this matchup is if you find yourself on the wrong end of a pin or submission, you're stuck in that cage and there's nothing you can do about it. And you're just praying that that time will expire so that you can get out there and get back into the matchup. And you can see it's just broken down and everybody's gonna pick their spots, but you've gotta find a way to sneak in a pin just to even be eligible. And look at Joe going right after Booker T, and you see Christian Cage flinging Robert Roode out.
I mean, just the format of this match as you see it unfold here in the opening minutes, you can tell it's about mayhem, Don. That's what it's going to be. It's not that structured of a match as we see Christian Cage and Rhino actually working together. Well, that's interesting to see here. Those tag team partners, often the alliance between those two, but not partners tonight, even though they are working together, at least momentarily, against Robert Roode.
Well, they might be working together now, but when it gets down
Look
to
out,
that,
look out.
Man, is it just already broken up? As Booker T just sends Samoa Joe right in here to the announce table. What a chop! And Joe sends him one right back. Oh, they're trading him.
What an exchange this is. Just 1.5 feet away from us here at the table. Samoa Joe got the better of Booker with that last shot. Now he's going to follow him up the ramp. You see the split screen. Joe sends Booker right into the guardrail. While meanwhile, yes, it's Christian and Rhino with a double team on Roode.
Well, they do the double team move. You can see they just send Robert Roode on his back and he bows it up. But the bottom line is now, one of these guys, the thing is when you work together, only one of you can get the pin. And you'll know when that title's on the line, friends. Well, that goes out the window in a hurry.
Roode shot off into the corner, and Rhino's going to use Christian here, but Christian turns it around, and they use the big power behind Rhino with the shoulder block in the corner, right into the midsection of Roode.
Christian Cage now coming in, and again, they're working together, just trying to take Robert Roode right out of this matchup from the beginning. Another shot on his back, and you can see Booker T and Samoa Joe right now just in a fight. Just in a fight. It's just one of those situations you can feel it brewing between Booker T and Samoa Joe.
Look how quickly Booker T makes his way back down to the ring as he saw Christian Cage up on the top.
He caught his leg bad,
too. He sure did. What a bad landing for Christian Cage, who crashed right down on his kneecap.
That's just one of those things like that can take you out of a match like this, and he is hurt bad as Christian Cage just landed wrong on that knee. Nice shot there by Booker T on the War Machine, going for a quick pin. Booker T realizing right away, you got to find a way to get someone pinned, make them submit early on. You find yourself brawling out in the ring too much, and you find yourself just on the outside looking in. Again, we're going to keep our eye on Christian Cage, it's his left knee, and he landed so badly on it as he's trying to.
He was trying to get up and put some weight on the knee.
Crumpled again to the rail.
Went right back down again and using the guardrail right now. Boy, as he looks on, he sees a situation where Booker T and Rhino are squaring off. Samoa Joe trying to clear things here before he gets back in. As we see Booker connect on Rhino and then go for the kick. Rhino moves out of the way and then comes right back with a clothesline that takes him and sends him all the way down to the floor.
And here comes Samoa Joe right back into the ring as he stares at Rhino.
It's an interesting matchup, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's just brute force and brute force.
One of the beauties, though, of King of the Mountain is that you get to see Samoa Joe hook it up and square off here with the War Machine Rhino.
So many different styles in this matchup. And it's just, oh, look at this. He brings him right down on that knee. And here he goes. Beautiful kick right to the jaw. Samoa Joe now nails him with the backsplash.
Drops down with the senton, right on him for the pin, but you see Roode get right into there and break it up and not allow Samoa Joe to become the first man eligible to hang the belt.
Well, what you want to do sometimes is let somebody else do the dirty work. And then try to come in there and steal the pin. That's the beauty of it.
Roode gets the boots up as Joe charges in. From the middle rope, Roode goes airborne, and Joe just moves right out of the way.
I just love how he just does it so nonchalant. It just sticks in their crawl because they know it in midair that they're going to hit hard. I'm watching Christian Cage. Oh, nice knee.
Joe right on him, 280 pounds behind that knee drop, but the pin attempt by Roode is broken up, and then Christian able to recover and get back into play.
Man, makes me think he's playing possum earlier on that knee. I mean, he had everybody full. Look at him come in.
Now Robert Roode catches him, gonna try and take him over with the suplex here, but you see the block, no payoff for Roode.
Whoa.
Instead, DDT by Christian.
Just put him right on his head. Now Christian Cage looks up, and there's Samoa Joe in the slaps. One shot after another.
Boy, rights and lefts with the open hands. Christian gonna be sent for the ride across and does. Right into the turnbuckles. Joe follows up, elbow to the chest, and then a kick rocks his world.
It's just amazing. You just don't see it coming from a guy that size. And he can get the kick up so high and with such force. We were showing that kick earlier by AJ Styles. This one is just a different magnitude, just the 280 pounds behind it.
Looked like he might be trying the muscle buster out of the corner. Christian able to fight him off, then leapfrogs over. Here he comes off the ropes. Snap slam by Joe. Leads to one,
two.
Leads to two, and only two.
And here comes Booker T. Look at this. He's got a snap slam for him. Wow, Samoa Joe sending messages to everybody.
Samoa Joe dishing out the punishment, but still not eligible to retain his title and win King of the Mountain. Back elbow by Christian, and then he uncorks the big forearm. Here we go, lateral cover, and nope.
Samoa Joe gets the shoulder up. Nobody eligible yet. At this point, nobody can become the King of the Mountain and take home the TNA World Heavyweight Championship belt. And you can see Christian Cage telling Joe he's going to be that way, and now he's going to get up high and start bringing down the shots, one shot after another.
Gets in Joe's head, motioning that the belt's going to be his, but then Joe able to follow through, slide underneath Christian, and hang him up with his leg hooked on that top turnbuckle.
He caught him with the
Joe.
kick.
Here he comes.
Oh, he's got him stuck. Oh, what a kick. Just crumples him down as there was nowhere for Christian Cage to go, and Christian Cage wisely gets himself out of that ring. He knows that's the smart move. Look at Samoa Joe, though, riled up.
Christian rolls out, Samoa Joe surveys the situation. Keep your eyes on the TNA World Heavyweight Champ. He was going to go for a dive. I don't think there's any question. And Booker T caught him from outside. He hooked him by the leg, by the ankle, and drives him right into the steel penalty box.
Well, Booker T was hiding behind that penalty box. Joe didn't see him. And look at Booker T, just one shot after another. When he's doing it with authority and letting him know what he's going to. Look at this. Look out. Bam, out of the table. Just crushed his face on the announce desk.
Booker measures him, drives that boot right into the side of Samoa Joe. Joe reeling now as you see Joe is just out of it.
Well, you could just feel it from Booker T. You could hear it from him. I mean, just an extra, extra
intense
force,
he is. You just feel the intensity here, Don, just a foot away from one of the challengers. Pin, attempt, and Booker, did he get him?
Booker T, Rhino's got to go.
Rhino goes into the penalty box. Booker T is eligible.
Booker eligible. Rhino 2 minutes in the King of the Mountain penalty cage. And you see that Booker's going to try and hang that championship belt.
Well, this is his opportunity as now Booker T, the only one right now that can walk out here the champion. And the War Machine now has got to sit and watch. One good thing that can come of that, you can get a little rest as you see the fight going on. Look at Booker T just sending bodies everywhere right now.
Pretty obvious what he wants to do. He feels like he weakened Samoa Joe. He further weakens Christian and Rhino, and now he takes the championship belt off the shoulder. A little chest bump there for Kevin Nash.
He's just bitter at everybody. He just wants to send a message to everybody, and I don't know if that's just the way you want to go. Kevin Nash here to make sure everything goes as planned. All he had to do was just take the belt and try to hang it.
Look at Samoa Joe from outside. He had hooked on to that ladder, not enabling Booker T to put it into position and hang the belt. And Booker drops down to the floor and continues to beat on the back of Joe.
Now Booker T trying to use that ladder as a weapon. Joe's got a hold of it as well. It's just, you can see a little tug of war. Wow, what a drop kick by Christian Cage on the ladder. Takes Booker T and Samoa Joe out. 2 for the price of 1.
2 with 1 move, but as Christian gets back into the ring, Rude measures and snaps his neck as he comes off the middle rope. Here's the pin.
1,
here's
2,
and
no! Christian Cage not going to let him have it. Robert Roode almost eligible, and while this is going on, the clock is ticking for the War Machine.
Rhino's 2 minutes in that penalty cage winding down. You see the clock on the screen as we near the 10-second mark for Rhino in the box.
10,
Robert
9,
Roode continues
8,
the
7,
assault here on the Instant
6,
Classic. Going to try and take Cage
4,
up, and
3,
Christian reverses it. Here comes a catapult.
1.
It just sends him right over the top, and the War Machine now released, and he goes right in at Christian Cage. Hey, it's not personal here at this point. You can see they slap hands, and now they go at it. It's about the belt here.
Yeah, all of a sudden, the realization sets in at what's at stake here. Unprettier attempt on the way. Maybe too early for Christian. Rhino fights it off and takes him right down, belly-to-belly style.
Well, that's that power. That's that force.
Look out, Gore.
Well,
Gore
he was
attempt.
going for it, but it's going to end up costing him as Samoa Joe just perfectly timed that, waited for Rhino to set up where he would be concentrating on nothing but Christian Cage, and then he sent it to him. Look at this. Look at the power of Samoa Joe. In midair, and just sends him down.
Boy, defense equally as important as offense here in this year's King of the Mountain matchup. We see Christian laid out as Joe puts the boots to him. Again, keep in mind, just 1 man eligible to this point. Booker T, the only one of the 5 who can win King of the Mountain by hanging the championship belt until there is another potential pin. Here goes Joe.
Wow, unbelievable. Joe showing unbelievable athletic ability, going over the top, spinning as he does, and he takes out Robert Roode, he takes out Rhino, and he takes out Booker T.
Meanwhile, Christian Cage has headed up to the top of the King of the Mountain, to the penalty box here. Whoa, 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 what's he thinking here?
He's reeling. What's he doing? What? Oh my God! He just been flying off the top, and he takes all of them out.
That was incredible. Christian off the top of the penalty cage.
Just as those guys took the 1 shot, then they had to look up and catch the other. Now, Christian Cage reaching into the ring, pulling out a table. It's one of those things that are in play. You want it, anything that you can do to try to take somebody out.
Christian gonna position the wooden table around the ringside area. Special enforcer, guest enforcer Kevin Nash looks on. Now, Christian shocked all of us. Joe hit that dive, but then all of a sudden, Christian went up on top of the King of the Mountain cage, on top of the penalty box.
One thing I respect right now about big, sexy Kevin Nash is it's like the referee that lets him play. I mean, he understands what the importance of this matchup. He's not instituting himself. He's not trying to set the rules. He's just there to make sure they're all followed as he looks on. But remember, once you get a pin or submission, you got to go to him to get the belt to hang it.
Christian uses the ladder as a weapon first before sliding it in. I mean, this is something that Christian has to think about. You put that ladder in when Booker T's the man that's eligible at this point. You may be setting the table for Booker. Look out, Rude's got the chair. Christian's got the ladder.
Oh, what a shot by Robert Roode as he just nailed that chair. Here he goes, too. Robert Roode, now eligible. Robert Roode and Booker T.
Cage to the penalty box. Rude is now eligible.
Boy, that's the two keys right there. Rude joins Booker as the two men eligible to win this King of the Mountain, but at the same time, Instant Classic headed to the penalty box for 2 minutes.
Robert Roode, he wants the belt. He's asking it from Kevin Nash, saying, give me the belt. Look at this. War Machine rolls him up, and he pinned him.
Rhino pins Rude. Rude to the penalty box. Rhino is now eligible.
So the only ones not eligible are Christian Cage and Samoa Joe.
You're right, at this point, 3 of the 5 now. Wait a minute, how about Kevin Nash from outside? You talk about laying down law and order and justice. Robert Roode's got to go to the penalty box, and Nash is going to ensure that he does. And now Rude and Christian are both locked in the sin bin.
Folks, that's what a special enforcer does. He makes sure that the rules are enforced. Robert Roode wasn't going to the penalty box, and Christian Cage and Robert Roode are punching each other out. Look at this,
watch Rhino.
He's so close, he's got the belt. Trying to get it up when it can change his line.
Oh, God!
Oh, he caught his neck on the top of the rope. He caught his neck on the top of the rope.
And you always, Don, have to be so wary of a situation with Rhino because of all the problems that he's had in the past with that area of his body, as we see Samoa Joe reel off shots against Booker T.
Booker T took a wild shot and missed, and that allowed Joe to get behind him. You can see him just putting that chokehold on. But look at those so strong, long legs of Booker T. He uses them so well.
Missed that time with the axe kick. And look at Joe from behind us. He's got the choke on, and you see that Booker's trying to fight it off to this point. Samoa Joe, Christian Cage, the only 2 of the 5 not eligible, as you see the time there on your screen,
10,
counting down
9,
Cage and Rude,
8,
and Christian
7,
taking Robert
6,
Roode as we see the
5,
fight inside the penalty
4,
box, and Christian
3,
can now
2,
get out of the cage.
1.
And right now, Joe trying to make Booker T submit. Christian Cage, though, look at this, climbing up to the top of the cage again. Booker T, though, still hasn't tapped. Look at this, here he goes.
What?
Oh, he frog splashes on top of both of them.
Rolls
1,
over on Booker.
2, Christian Cage available.
Christian Cage hits Booker T. Booker to the penalty box. Cage is now eligible.
Instant Classic becomes the 4th man eligible to win this match. The only one not is the defending champ, Samoa Joe. And now Booker's got to go in the box for 2 minutes as Robert Roode comes out.
Well, that's what we talk about in this matchup. That's why it's so hard to go in and come out. Just because of this situation, he's not even eligible to get the win. Christian Cage unimpeded. But Robert Roode comes in here at the last second, and look at that shot. Grabbing him by the leg, Christian trying to kick him off, just trying to find a way to hang it. But he can't.
All about survival instincts here as we see Roode deprive Christian of climbing up the ladder and hanging the championship belt. Roode repositions the ladder, and he's headed up.
Oh, Samoa Joe right behind him. Look at that grip. Wow. Just takes him all the way back, and what a long fall. But Christian Cage, you better be careful because Christian Cage is working his way up.
Boy, he's close.
Oh, he's so close.
Inches away from hanging the title belt, but Joe climbs up the ladder, and it's got to be going through Joe's mind that he's not eligible, but he just snapped the neck of Christian as they crash down off the ladder.
Christian Cage was 2 inches away. Here comes the gore. Gore on Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe still not eligible for a win.
Boy, and being on the receiving end of a powerful move like the gore from the War Machine Rhino, certainly not a positive for the defending champ. And now I think you see why no defending title holder has ever left King of the Mountain as a champion. You just have the deck stacked against you in so many different ways. Looks like Rhino may be headed up to hang the belt.
And you know what? It'll happen one day. The odds will make it happen. It could happen tonight. But it is just so hard. Right now, though, Samoa Joe's got to find somebody to pin if he wants a shot at it, because he's not even in the mix at this point.
Countdown clock on Booker T in the penalty box reaches 10 seconds. As we see wrestlers in the ring trying to regroup here. Booker, boy, is he in trouble? He's going to get out of the penalty box, and he needs to get it turned on.
He looks like he just wants, he's just not ready. Look at him. Just wore out, but you got to suck it up. You got to reach down, and we know he can do that as he works his way out. And you can see Rhino, wait a minute. Booker T just grabbed the belt as Kevin Nash. Oh, he just crashed Kevin Nash with the belt. And look at him, he just crashed the War Machine with the belt.
Booker T using the TNA World Heavyweight Championship belt as a weapon, laying out bodies all over the building here.
Well, who can stop him?
And Booker T, the only one that can stop him, I guess, would be Christian, and Christian just got nailed right in the face.
Christian Cage is now out. Booker T looks up. He realizes he can change TNA. Oh, he knows that they're all knocked out. Who's gonna stop him?
Booker T climbed the ladder, hang the belt, and become TNA World Heavyweight Champion for the first time. Here he goes.
Climbing up, realizing you get one shot, and you can see the emotion in his
wait a minute, Kevin Nash, the special enforcer. Big Kevin Nash has made his way inside the ring.
Well, Kevin Nash took that first shot from the belt from him, and he's not going to allow it. Look at this.
Jackknife powerbomb off the ladder.
Oh, that'll keep Booker T from sending it up there. Wow, Kevin Nash just in time. And now, Christian Cage, this is his chance. Samoa Joe, desperation.
Joe gonna position Christian up on top. Muscle buster out of the corner. No, Christian fights him off and lands on the apron.
Wow, look at this. Got out of the way, and he was gored right into the table. Samoa Joe, though, gets creamed from behind by Robert Roode.
Northern lariat by Roode decks Joe. Now, you see Rhino gonna try and shoot Roode off, but instead Rhino goes into the corner, catches him with the elbow, and Rhino from the ropes now gets knocked down to the floor by Roode.
Robert Roode, what an opportunity for him here as Christian Cage is knocked out of the table. The War Machine Rhino, he's out. Now Joe getting to his feet, and they're going to arm wrestle for the belt.
Tug of war with the championship belt. Roode gets the best of it and then catches Joe with a couple of rights. And as Roode tries to climb the ladder, Joe in pursuit.
Oh, he kicks him away. Robert Roode. Oh, would this be a shot? He swings and misses, and what a kick by Joe. What a kick! And now look at this!
Muscle buster off the ladder!
Got him in the muscle buster! Bam!
Gotta pin him to become eligible!
1, 2, he's eligible! This is his opportunity!
Roode to the penalty box. Joe is now eligible.
Samoa Joe going right for it, but he's got to get the ladder in the right place. And
Joe
here he goes.
Quickly making his way up the ladder.
Can he hang
eligible. And now has a chance to make history by hanging the belt.
He's done it.
It is. He's got the championship belt hook.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, and still TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, Samoa Joe.
What an effort at the last second. At the last second, Samoa Joe hits the muscle buster on Robert Roode. And it was the perfect opportunity, and you see Kevin Nash clapping his hands in the background. And Samoa Joe, in the nick of time, becomes the first champion to ever enter the King of the Mountain and leave as the TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
You see the bodies laid out around ringside. You see Samoa Joe high up on the ladder, holding the championship belt up. You see the thumbs up, the look of approval from Kevin Nash, the special enforcer, towards his student. The mentor gives the thumbs up to Samoa Joe. I'm not exactly sure that Samoa Joe accepted that from Kevin Nash.
I'll tell you what, though, if it wasn't for Kevin Nash getting in there in the nick of time to stop Booker T. Booker T was so close, but Kevin Nash had to get revenge for the shot that Booker T used with that belt on him.
My words describe Ultimate X. How can I do that? Yeah, I believe only one word comes to mind, and that's a giant freak out.
The Ultimate X is the ultimate match in TNA because it's like no other.
The Ultimate X is the complete opposite of tranquility and peace and love. It's all about violence, something the Guru's not down.
Well, the Ultimate X match basically is a match where there's trusses 20 foot high off the ground. They make an X over the ring with ring ropes. Hanging from the middle is either a wooden X or a belt, and you have to climb up there, shimmy across the ropes, pull that down. That's how you win the match.
The Ultimate X match is insanity. High flying, high wire, crazy wrestling act, basically. It's defying the odds. It's a daredevil-like atmosphere. It's insane until you've actually climbed on the Ultimate X cables or stood on the truss that holds it up. You have no idea what you're in for.
The Ultimate X match is the most unpredictable match, most innovative match I've ever been a part of or seen.
I think the most dangerous aspect of it is gravity. I mean, you're 20 feet above the ring. There's nothing stopping you if you fall or if you slip. And even if you land on your feet, there's no guarantee you're not going to get hurt. It's easy to break or snap an ankle or blow out a knee. Worst case scenario, you land on your back or neck, and I don't think I have to explain to anybody how bad that would hurt.
You have to be a different kind of person to be in. You have to be in a completely different mindset than any normal human being.
Just thinking about it, I'm getting a little bothered, yeah, a little nervous, yeah, a little jittery, yeah.
The craziest thing that I've done in an Ultimate X match is stepped into one. As a guru, stepping into an Ultimate X match, craziness. My gurus wouldn't approve of that.
Craziest thing I've seen or done, well, I'll tell you what I haven't seen in Ultimate X I'd like to see done. An arm drag, maybe. I mean, you don't see a lot of that, but the craziest thing I've probably seen done is maybe Kaz's leg drop off of the top of the truss, which is, you know, an extra foot above where, you know, the X is hanging, to the center of the ring over the X, and I mean, his ass must be hurting so bad.
I think every aspect of the Ultimate X match is dangerous, from just climbing up to get to the cables, to obviously falling off of the cables, to having eyes in the back of your head to see where your 2, 3, 4, 5, sometimes 9 opponents are at. I think every aspect of Ultimate X match is incredibly dangerous.
You know, I like what Rocky says about fear when it comes to the Ultimate. You know, he didn't really say the Ultimate X, but he said, you know, fear is that fire. You know, and it's basically it's the adrenaline that keeps you going in an Ultimate X match to survive. And you know, it's the epitome of risk takers. You know, this is what it's all about, and it doesn't get much better than the Ultimate X.
It's a very unique match, and it's a match that, to me, it's one of the things that sets TNA apart from any wrestling organization in the world.
Well, you talked about it, Mike, today. Chris Sabin, a perfect 3 for 3 in 2004 in Ultimate X matches. When you look at all the factors, the phenomenal AJ Styles being the king of the X Division, Petey Williams being the longest holder of the X Division title. But you know who I think is the favorite? This young kid right here. He has been in more Ultimate X's than anybody, and he's won more than anybody.
And here comes D'Amore. Team Cannon just losing the NWA Tag Team titles to AMW. But here he is with his X Division champion, Petey Williams. And when you consider the record-breaking reign over 5 months as the X Division title holder, when you factor in how deep the competition is in the X Division, Petey Williams can brag that he's accomplished something that no one, not AJ Styles, not Michael Shane, not Jerry Lynn, not any other X Division competitor has ever done. Now that's the upside. Downside, the association with that man, Scott D'Amore. I know his presence is going to be felt.
You talked about it, Mike. Of all the things that AJ Styles has accomplished in TNA.
And let's listen to those accomplishments, Don.
All right.
2-time NWA World Champion, 2-time NWA World Tag Champ, 3-time NWA X Division Champ, and Mr. TNA 2003, Mr. TNA 2004, but what's the one thing missing?
Ultimate X Championship. And not only winning the Ultimate X, the most innovative match in the history of TNA, but winning it with the title on the line. And that's exactly what it is tonight.
That's the key. Tonight, that man, the phenomenal AJ Styles, he can not only add that accomplishment to that incredible resume, but in the process, he could also become X Division champion.
I'll tell you something else. You brought up the accomplishment of a 3-time X Division champion. Think about this. He could do something that nobody's done more than twice. And that's become the 4-time X Division champion. On the other side, Chris Sabin has a chance to become only the 2nd person to win 3 X Division titles if he wins here tonight. And you said it, Petey Williams has held this belt longer than anybody. What a matchup, let's get it on.
You mentioned earlier that you were selecting Chris Sabin. He was going to be your pick in this match. Well, Sabin, with the victory on Impact this week over the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels, he qualifies. That puts him in a position to regain that title in a matchup that, you're right, was very, very good to him in the year 2004.
I'll tell you something. I don't know how you can top what we just saw, but if anyone can do it, 3 of the greatest athletes in the world in one of the most high-risk, one of the most feared matches of any opponent, one of the most challenging matches that's ever been aired on television, on pay-per-view, on anywhere. Ultimate X, it's what you want to follow what we just saw.
Petey Williams on his bicycle, Chris Sabin chasing him around the ring while AJ just waits patiently.
And you know what? That's a great word to use for a match like this, and that's patience. You've got to wait. You've got to have eyes in the back of your head. You've got to wait for your moment, and when you see it, you've got to seize it. Because if you don't, you're awful high up in the air to mess up.
We talked about Sabin, the 3 wins in the 3 Ultimate X matchups in 2004. Then when you factor in the familiarity that Sabin has with the man that just got nailed, Petey Williams, this could be his night. What a drop kick in the corner.
How about the teamwork between Sabin and Styles right there, just to get a little couple shots at Petey Williams.
Chance of TNA from this standing room only crowd. There you see it. What a great wide shot. They are sardined into the impact zone for final resolution.
I'm not kidding you. We've got them outside just listening to the noise on the doors just so they can see a part of the action.
Sabin and Styles, and AJ quickly kicks to his feet, cutting with a forearm smash now. Styles shot off into the corner, able to float over. Sabin.
Oh, going for it quick. Sabin knows how to do it, but AJ not going to let. You know what just happened in this match? Sabin and Styles worked together. They knew that it was an opportunity to do it, but they also didn't fool each other. They know that they're going to go against each other to win this match. No pretenses, just if we can work together, we will. Oh, AJ went up high to get it, but couldn't.
Well, you're right. That's the realization here, that it is every man for himself, bottom line. As we saw AJ trying to spring off that top corner turnbuckle to take down the belt. Again, ladies and gentlemen, the way that you win this match is by taking down that X Division title belt. The competitor who's able to climb across those steel cables and take it down.
AJ Styles! Unbelievable! Unbelievable! Over the top rope, he took out both Sabin and Petey Williams.
Would you call it phenomenal?
Phenomenal! Well, Hollistein said it right there. Simply phenomenal.
I think one of the things that we have to consider here is that Petey Williams, the champion, he's at an inherent disadvantage because there's 2 challengers, not just one. I think you qualify this as a match where you really need to have eyes in the back of your head.
Yes, you do, and I'll tell you something. Petey Williams knows it, but I'll tell you something. Petey Williams is the kind of competitor that is up for this challenge.
AJ starting his way up that steel structure, but Sabin able to come from the arena floor to stop his ascent. Series of shots from Styles from up there, perched in a very precarious position.
Oh, what a move right there by Sabin. You talk about getting extension. I want you to realize how high these cables are. You saw how high Sabin was, and the belt and the steel cables at the top were nowhere even in the picture. Look at how high that is.
There's a great shot as we go wide, and you can appreciate just how high up that X Division Championship belt hangs. What a drop kick by Sabin, and now Sabin leaping across. He's got to make his way across the cables and take it down.
He's so close. Oh, come on, Scott D'Amore. This is unreal. Not in this match.
Of all things, Dusty Rhodes, we need to do something about D'Amore. And of course, that allows Williams to get in here. And
wait a minute, I think they are doing something about it. Baldy just kicked him out. You're out of here. You better believe you're out of here. Big fat load. You're out of here. Petey Williams is losing it. I think he feels like with the more out here, it evens up the odds a little bit for him.
Listen to him saying, goodbye. Next stop, Windsor. Send him through the tunnel. Send him across the border while you're at it.
Oh, look at this. You can see. Oh, cut the act. You're out of here, Lamore.
Referee Mike Posey.
Big loaded butt up the ramp and out of this place.
You know, I'm just guessing this might be at the direction of Dusty Rhodes, but I think the NWA Director of Authority has handed up to here with the more, just like you and I and the rest of the TNA fans.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. He wants to see sportsmanship. He wants to see the best athletes in the world vying for the X Division title.
That's what the X Division is all about.
Absolutely. You don't need this crap.
And we just got rid of that crap. D'Amore sent out by referee Posey. Oh, AJ said face first into the steel.
I'll tell you what, Petey Williams can use this to his advantage right now because Sabin and Styles were hurting themselves in the ring, and now Petey Williams is fired up. He's using the aggression, he's using the frustration to take it out on Sabin. Look how smooth Petey is.
Look at this.
Man,
so fluid.
Systematic almost.
Different suplexes that he uses there in an array. Punctuating it with the backdrop suplex. Petey Williams looks up above the ring, and what does he see? His goal, his X Division title. It's hanging in the balance. One of these three individuals are going to walk out with that X Division title. Will it be Petey Williams? Will he be able to keep some gold for the roster of Team Canada?
That's right. They've already lost 2 belts tonight. What will Scott D'Amore do? He loses his third. Sabin of fighting. These two know each other so well. What an incredible title match they had at Turning Point. So good to see them back in the ring. And great move, great counter by Petey Williams.
You know, we've told the story many times, but let's just reiterate it again. Sabin and Williams trained together. For years, these two, when they broke into wrestling, it was under Coach Scott D'Amore at his Can-Am Wrestling School. But Sabin went his own way, Williams stuck with D'Amore, and now you watch AJ up on top. I thought for a second he was going to leap across and try and take down the belt.
Well, tell you what, he knows that you got to take your opportunities. Hitting somebody at the bottom doesn't do you any good. Doesn't do you any good at all. Oh, man. Petey Williams is doing some damage in the ring right now.
And I'm not sure why Petey Williams, I think just in the heat of the battle, went for a pin attempt. You don't win this match by pinning your opponent.
That's right.
You don't win this match by forcing your opponent to submit. There's only one way you win it. Take down that X Division title belt.
Now, you've got to use your best moves. If he can use a Canadian Destroyer right now, he will. If he can put somebody out, he can keep somebody from pulling him down the ropes. But you're right, pins or submissions mean nothing in this match.
If you think about it, I think the #1 strategy point has to be avoid one of the 3 patented finishing moves. You've got to avoid the Canadian Destroyer of Petey Williams, no question. You've got to avoid the cradle shot of Chris Sabin, as well as the Styles Clash, because a move like that can debilitate you, can take you out of the play, and allow your opponent to climb the table and take down the championship belt.
I'll tell you right now, AJ Styles, you can see he is just, this is a match that has eluded him. I'll never forget when he lost it the last time. It was the one time when Shane and Kazarian came down with the belt together. And they were co-champs for a while. And then they had to solve that problem by having the gauntlet, and that's how Petey Williams became the X Division champion.
Over 5 months ago.
Think about that.
Styles and Williams and AJ.
We were broadcasting in another city.
You're right. Now springing up the result.
Oh, what a shot. AJ Styles can kick you from anywhere. I mean, this guy got eyes in the back of his head, Mike.
AJ able to drill the champ Petey Williams with the kick. Got to take another look at this.
Look at this.
Oh! You saw there that he tried to get his hands up, tried to block that move. Great effort by Williams, but Styles connects nonetheless.
You see Chris Sabin, and I'll tell you what you've got to do if you want to win this match. You've got to let 2 of the wrestlers get involved. You've got to let them get focused on each other where they lose sight of you so that you can shimmy up the poles and get on top of the steel cable and grab that belt. As you can see, Sabin realizing he can't win unless he's up on those ropes.
Well, you're right. one of the good strategies might be just to try and avoid the other two.
Yes.
And you're right, maybe sneak up from behind and go up that steel structure, climb across and take down the title. Petey, I think that's what he's got in mind, just as we talked about it.
Well, he knows.
You see Saban and Styles battling.
Oh, look
Petey
at that
Williams is gonna
camera
hit
shot.
out and try to take it down. What an incredible shot.
He's so close.
That great stop.
Oh, what a move, though, as he comes off the rope. I don't know if he slipped and took advantage of it or he planned it. But what a shot by Petey, and this crowd goes bananas.
Gotta take another look. Here it is.
Look at that. Wow.
Snapped off the Hurricane Rana, did Williams. On Saban, though, he was on Styles' shoulder. We're back live. Side Russian leg sweep by the champ. Wow. They have taken all the energy out of Petey Williams.
Let me tell you something, folks. When you fall from those top ropes, it's not like just taking a shot on a power bomb or something. It's like times 2, times 3, just because of the height.
And now, while Styles and Saban are down, Petey Williams heads out to the ring apron. Gonna try and climb. Here goes the champion, while AJ, one of the two challengers, heads up the other steel structure.
Now it becomes a race right here. As you got Saban as the odd man out. As you see Williams and Styles.
It's gonna be Williams or Styles.
As they're meeting right there in the middle.
Oh, so close. Who's gonna take down the title?
You can see them both trying to kick the other one away. Right, Petey's got himself trapped up there.
Yeah, look how smart that is.
Oh, good move by Petey Williams.
I was gonna say it prevents Styles from taking it out, but it exposes Petey Williams back, and now Saban pulls on AJ, but that may come back to haunt him. Saban looks up, and Petey Williams is just hanging there, though.
He's trying to figure out. I'll tell you what, though, if he could just somehow get his streak, AJ going on top. Yeah, just barely caught him, and he couldn't hold on any longer.
True definition of desperation move by AJ Styles. The realization set in. While Styles and Saban were wrestling outside, one man on the apron, all of a sudden the light bulb went on, and AJ realized, I've got to take Williams down.
And I'm going to tell you something. What happened to Petey Williams up there was, yeah, he was up there in the crux of the X, but he was stuck. He couldn't reach up without losing his balance. And then when AJ grazed him, coming off the ropes, he couldn't hold on any longer.
Now Saban quickly springs off the top turnbuckle. Hand over hand.
Look at how he tries to hold his feet up there.
AJ, you're right, just trying to stop the momentum. Saban and Styles.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what a move by Saban. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to show that again if it's possible.
We've got to see it again. Come on, guys in the truck. Get us a replay of this.
Look at this.
Ask and you shall receive, and check it out. Just when you think you've seen everything, you watch a TNA pay-per-view and you realize that you are watching cutting-edge alternative wrestling that's seen nowhere else in the world but TNA and this Ultimate X match.
Chris Saban, I'm telling you, that wouldn't give someone a Hurricane Rana off the top rope. It's giving it a ball.
Look out! Could be cradle shock. He's got him set.
Nice counter. AJ, though, coming in. Look at this. Wow. Takes them both out. The crowd goes crazy. Look at this.
Double inverted DDT.
Look at AJ Styles. Look how fluid he is right here. Boom. And he just lets it take it down, and both of them. They caught in the DDT.
They are standing here at the Impact Zone because they realize that they are witnessing, yes, the most innovative match in professional wrestling today. AJ up in the cable. He's close. He's got to just go over a couple of hands, and he can take down the title.
Think about the fatigue that they're going through right here.
You're right, with every second. He turned him inside out.
You just see that?
He turned him inside out with the drop kick and Saban.
He might have broke his back.
Here we go. And again, think of the elevation done. Think of how far he fell. My God.
I mean, he's just stunned. This is unbelievable. Oh, my gosh, it's Petey Williams. Takes him and Saban out.
But if AJ can recover, he's the only one in the ring. Williams and Sabin are down on the floor. There's the shot of AJ trying to regroup.
Oh, AJ still trying to recover.
You're right. Still feeling the
He can't even get to his feet.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm wondering how seriously hurt he might be. Crowd trying to get him. There he is. Petey Williams. These guys are so tired. Every blow's like 10 blows when you hit it from there.
With every impactful blow and with every minute that the clock moves on this matchup, they've just got to dig down even deeper to try and compete, and that's what they're doing because the X Division title is at stake.
AJ Styles, Petey Williams battling each other right there on the post. Good move there by Williams, just pulling AJ through. And pulling the torque on him right there.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen this before in an Ultimate X match where they use those steel lighting grids. He's stuck. He's hanging there in midair.
Man.
Oh, think of the damage that could do to him. That could break an arm.
That could break an arm. He's already maybe broke his back. I've never seen anything like this. Chris Sabin has an opportunity to win his 4th straight here if he can get up there and shimmy up the pole and get the belt. But Petey Williams coming over. Oh, look at this.
Sabin takes him up, going for the shot.
Yes!
Cradle shot by Sabin, but again, you don't win by pinning your opponent.
But you might put him out of commission.
It's a darn good first step. Cradle shot by Sabin, and now headed up the steel. AJ, I just looked across, AJ's barely making it into the ring. Sabin up.
Sabin's going up right there, and again,
I think he's the freshest. I think really Sabin is the freshest of the 3 at this point.
Oh, look at this, AJ just in time. Trying to set him into a Styles clash.
But instead, Sabin's got the arm.
Look at that, pulling on it.
Is there AJ powers him up?
You've got to be kidding.
And
AJ using his strength.
Sabin tried to go for the arm breaker. AJ going to be the clash.
Yes, he does.
Most unique variation I've ever seen of the Styles clash.
A one-arm Styles clash.
Exactly. Wow, where do we go from here? You would think that might put Styles in the driver's seat, but then think of all the pain that he's absorbed in this match.
You can see the pain in AJ's face. He's almost in tears. Almost in tears.
AJ's awesome. This is awesome. I've heard both chants from this crowd because it's an appreciative audience. These 3 warriors doing everything with no limitations, everything within their physical power, and AJ's up to the cable.
He didn't even have the strength to jump off the pole up there. He's just doing this on sheer willpower. Sheer willpower.
Will the Styles clash allow AJ to not only win his first Ultimate X, but regain the championship belt that he made famous? Oh,
he can't even do it.
It was the arm.
He can't hold the arm up. He knows it.
But, I mean, if you think the...
Oh, a Canadian destroyer!
I never saw it coming. Out of nowhere, Petey Williams snuck in and hit the most devastating move in TNA that you voted, ladies and gentlemen. There it is.
Oh, man!
Any other time that would lead to a victory because he'd get a pin. But that's just step 1. Yes, he hit the destroyer, but he's still got to take down the title. Look how glazed his eyes are.
He doesn't even know where he is right now. The only thing he's looking up at is that belt. Oh, what a move by Petey Williams. This is his.
He spiked him, dropped him on his head with the DDT, did Petey Williams to Chris Sabin, and now the champion. Gonna reel him in here, gonna rope him in.
I think he wants to make sure there's nobody that can interfere with him. Nobody. And there he goes. There he goes.
But Sabin is out.
Not gonna allow it.
Sabin stops him.
Oh, look, these guys are in such sheer pain. Oh, man! Just threw him all the way across into the turnbuckle.
Position him up on his shoulders. I'm not going to call it. You just watch it. Look at that. The whiplash effect. When the back of Petey Williams' head hit that turnbuckle could be the deciding factor. But Williams, look at this. Amazingly enough, he's regrouping and trying to keep in mind what he has to do to take down that title.
Look at everyone's face. You have never seen such pain and agony. Every time they show a close-up, folks, AJ still just dazed. I don't even think he knows or cares where he is. Can't even move.
Sabin on one side. Sabin up. Now you see Petey Williams on the far side. Both of them. Looks like Sabin's got quite a clear advantage here.
Again, trying to get up there. Trying to pull this belt down. Trying to get a hold of it. You see Petey going up there.
Sabin's got his hands on the belt.
Both battling for it.
Both men have got a grip on the belt.
Whoever can pull it down first.
Looks like Petey Williams has got it unfastened. No, it looks like Sabin does. Look at this. The belt's down. It's a tug of war.
AJ Styles knocked it down. AJ Styles has got the belt. I've never seen anything like that. Unreal. We gotta see it. How he snuck in there.
You're right, Tom. There is only one word. Wow. Williams and Sabin fighting.
Oh, man, he just barely got his hand on it.
He leaped all the way across the ring. He tore it down. Ladies and gentlemen, add this to AJ Styles' resume. The man who put the X Division on the map has not only regained that X Division title, but in the process, and yes, Don and I are both standing and applauding these three men, in the process, AJ Styles wins his first Ultimate X.
And his fourth X Division gold. His fourth X Division gold. But listen, kudos to Petey Williams. Kudos to Chris Sabin. There are Ultimate X's. And then there was the Ultimate X and Final Resolution.
And it is time for the X Division Championship match. It's time for the Ultimate X Challenge. And let's go to the X Factors, and let's use those X Factors to break down this unique format. We are going to start things off with a four-man tag match. We'll kick it off with Styles and Skipper against Daniels and The Truth. Loser of the fall is eliminated. From there, get ready for a three-way, no-limits X Division match. And once again, lose the fall, and you're out of the challenge. Once we're down to the final two, it's time for the danger. It's time for the thrills of the high wire. The title belt hangs above the ring. It'll be high risk. Tonight it'll be high reward for the man who becomes X Division champion.
Just say it. Say my name. One time, baby.
There you see it. X Division championship belt hanging high above the six-sided ring. And here comes the first competitor. Last month and against all odds, he defeated the former X Division champion Petey Williams, and that had to open the eyes of Dusty Rhodes. Gain a win over the man who held the title for a record 5 months. Then you remain unbeaten in singles competition on Impact, and Primetime is in the Ultimate X Challenge. And here comes a former two-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Ron the Truth Killing. Think about this, when he beat the former X Division title holder and a previous Ultimate X winner, Michael Shane, recently on Impact, it solidified his position to be a part of the Ultimate X Challenge, and The Truth is in as well.
I consider him an X factor in this match because he's obviously the biggest of the group, the two-time heavyweight champion, but he is so athletic, he's so agile, this could play right up his alley.
From the very moment that Dusty Rhodes added Ultimate X to Destination X, the fallen angel Christopher Daniels felt that he should have been involved, but Dusty made him earn his shot, and earn it he did. He beat Chris Sabin this past week on Impact, and when you take into account Chris Sabin's track record in Ultimate X with the multiple victories, I think it was a great qualifier, and Daniels proved that he definitely belongs.
Not many people get a second chance. This guy's got one. Let's see what he can do with it. But Mike Tna, if there's ever been a champion in the history of NWA TNA, it's this man, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
And here he is, the reigning X Division champion. No, he doesn't have the title belt around his waist because it's already been positioned above the ring. But yes, he's the champ, the defending title holder, and we are X Division action. Tag team, three-way, and then it's the Ultimate X himself.
A lot of people may be thinking, well, why aren't Daniels and Skipper teamed together when they start off as tag team? Let's face it, they can't be teamed together. The Director of Authority decreed that. Said, when they launched that steel cage match to AMW, they had to split up. Thus, you see Prime Time with AJ Styles, Ron the Truth Killings with Christopher Daniels. And let me tell you something, you've got to work together with your partner. You've got to make sure that one of the two of you aren't pinned. Once that happens, it becomes a three-way dance. And then when it gets to two, you go for the belt at the top of the wire. But I'm going to be interested to see how Elix Skipper and Christopher Daniels react to each other in that ring.
Oh, you're not kidding. That is going to be something very interesting to see. Don mentioned it. When they lost to America's Most Wanted, the Six Sides of Steel match, it was about where the losing team had to disband. They could never wrestle as a tag team again. And you mentioned it earlier, Don, that's the reason why we see the pairings that we do in this tag match.
I'll tell you what, Skipper, now these two, you know, I've always thought about how these two interact with each other in the ring, and you can see they're almost mirrored images, and wow! Ron the Truth Killings coming right off the top and catching with the drop kick.
Missile, drop kick off the top, definitely connects. Truth gonna take him up to the shoulder.
I'll tell you what an ass.
Oh! Running power slam by Killings.
Now, I'll tell you what, it would behoove anybody out there to get a quick pin. Anything that you can do to save energy, because let me tell you something. Once it gets down to climbing those ropes and climbing those girders and trying to pull that belt down, I've talked to everybody that's ever been in any kind of an Ultimate X match. They say it's unlike anything you've ever gone through. Your muscles burn like they've never burned before. You're having to do things that you don't normally do in a ring. It really is a sight to see.
Now, quickly, Prime Time, Elix Skipper. Great agility.
Oh, look at him, just.
But you knew that.
Oh, and he catches the truth right off the top.
Now, we just seconds ago saw Killings hit the missile drop kick, and now Skipper connects with the exact same move.
I'm going to tell you something. They're doing their posturing out there. We got to see a replay of how high he gets. Look at this. That's the kind of athleticism this guy has. Pound for pound, in his mind, he's the best in the world.
The most innovative match in wrestling, right before our very eyes, even more unique, more innovative than ever.
Oh, look
adding
at this.
these two extra levels as we see AJ get in, and he's calling out the fallen angel.
Now, if Ron the Truth Killings is smart, he'll do this. Because you can't get pinned. You can't get pinned if you're not in the ring. And Christopher Daniels knows that. He's looking for the big prize.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind, you must survive both the tag team match and the three-way just to qualify for Ultimate X.
Oh, look at this. Ron the Truth Killings, I think, took offense to the fact that AJ Styles didn't want to deal with him. But oh! AJ shows why he's so good.
Back elbows, block the suplex attempt
Oh,
by Styles.
man, look at that.
Mid-ring collision. Series of forearm shots, repeated blows by the phenomenal.
You're looking at two gladiators just meeting in the middle of the ring right there. These two have... Oh, what a drop kick right there by Styles. Unbelievable.
Oh, and of course now Daniels comes in.
Well, I'll tell you what, Daniels has one thing in his mind, and that's embarrassing AJ Styles in an Ultimate X match. Embarrassing him on his turf.
Opportunity now exists for Killings to take control of the situation. Can he put Styles away? AJ able to shoot him off. Oh, what a collision that was. Killings got the better of it.
Well, if anybody didn't think Ron the Truth Killings belongs in a match like this, all you got to do is watch him for a few seconds. And now Ron the Truth Killings puts Daniels in.
Yeah, Daniels momentarily had turned his back on the action in the ring, and that allowed Killings to tag him in. The two men who were involved in that, that's so memorable Iron Man match actually went to overtime last month, and it's in. Oh, Daniels just gets a 2 count.
Just think of what that would have meant to everybody if AJ Styles would have got pinned right there. AJ's got to feel like he's 1-on-3 in a way. I mean, think about it. He's the only one out there that's ever had an X Division title. The other three have not.
Boy, is that ever true. Big knee drop, follow cover, leg hook, no. Just a 2 count from referee Andrew Thomas. Forearm shot. Series of them now rocks Daniels. Styles springs off, but from outside, Skipper.
Oh, that was a little teamwork. I was wondering how they would react. I mean, you got to think about the strategy. You need your partner.
He just pointed at Skipper.
I know it, and that's what I'm talking about. AJ was figuring his partner was at his side. Obviously, Elix Skipper was sending Daniels a message that, hey, I might not be able to partner with you, but I'll help you. And the key is It doesn't matter. Whoever gets eliminated, as long as you keep going to the next tier.
I think what you're saying is, yes, this is a tag team match, but the reality of the situation is that it's every man for himself.
Yeah, you have no
We're seeing that unfold right before our very eyes.
You have no friends. Not in this one. You have no teammates. To me, the only thing your partner's good for is tagging into so that you're not in the ring to get pinned. Oh, man. Oh, look at Christopher Daniels. He is just fighting for everything he's got right here. He wants to put AJ out right now.
Check this crossface submission move applied by Daniels, cranking, yanking back on the neck of AJ. Perfect opportunity also to neutralize Styles at this point, to regroup and at the same time add that pain, add that punishment to the crossface submission.
Oh, man, pulling back right there. You can see the pain in Styles' face. Now, this is where AJ Styles has got. There, he gets his foot on the rope. Good move. He's got to, right now, tag in Elix Skipper. If he tags him, Skipper's got to go in that ring, and that keeps him out of that ring, and he can regroup a little bit.
Had a chance earlier to talk to phenomenal AJ Styles about this match. He said, you guys are calling it the Ultimate X Challenge. I see it as we see this spring.
Oh, look at how fluid Daniels is. He's got it.
No. Too. You know what AJ said? I'd rename it the Ultimate X Endurance Test, and the longer this match goes, the more I see what he was talking about.
Yeah, it is. It is survival. It is endurance. Because, I mean, just think about it. You're going to hear the bell twice before the actual match for the belt starts.
Oh, man. Right hands from Daniels. Styles fights back, punch for punch. AJ counters. AJ matches each right with one of his own, and now look at the forearm shots.
Oh, you can see look at this. Oh, look at the agility, the phenomenal AJ Styles, and that's how you do it. Kick in the back of the head.
And Zagiri drilled him right in the back of the head, as you mentioned. Styles, though, he's trying to regroup, trying to clear the cobwebs at the same time.
And keep in mind right now, Ron the True Killings and Primetime Elix Skipper are not clamoring to get in the ring. They know that they can't be pinned if they're out there catching their breath. Daniels realizes that, and that's why he puts the truth in there.
Daniels dives to the corner, tags in partner Killings.
Oh, look at this. Oh, a little teamwork of their own.
How about that?
You gotta admire that from Ron the Truth Killings. Basically sacrificing himself just to give AJ Styles, let him know he didn't like what he saw.
Oh, man.
What a right shot that was.
Sends Skipper into the corner. Now the Truth gonna try and fire him off with a reversal. Float over by Killings.
Oh, look at him. Man, I love watching him in the ring. That's what I'm talking about right there.
The fluidity of these moves by Ron the Truth Killings, just absolutely amazing.
He
and the
screams
former
X
NWA
Division.
champ, top rope bound and...
Oh, did you see that axe kick from the top of the rope?
Axe kick, top rope, 2. Daniels in for the save.
Now this again, this is really not a smart move on Daniels' part.
Is
it?
it?
Shows you the respect he has for Skipper.
I think Daniels just wants the advantage later in the match, if you think about it.
That's a good point,
If it
Mike.
goes to a three-way, Don.
AJ decided he wanted a shot at it. But I do see your point, and we got to look at that again if we can. Well, I don't know. We got action going on in the ring.
It's tough to talk strategy when they're flying around the impact zone.
Oh, what a move right there by Primetime. 1, 2. Did he get it? He did.
Sudden death finishing move by Skipper. Eliminates Ron the Truth Killings. And now we go from tag team action to the three-way. And think about what I said earlier.
Now I see your
point. Now do you
point.
see the point?
Now I see your point.
Take a look at the replay.
Look at, here comes AJ. Beautiful shot right there.
Wow.
And then watch this move by Primetime. This is wicked here, folks. He gets himself balanced.
Killings trying to fight him off.
Yes, and then he just caught him right there. And I mean, he's in Never Never Land there.
Powers him down, connects with the sudden death, and that equals the 3 count.
What
And
a
now,
smart strategy by Daniels.
Exactly. Now we're seeing the strategy in the exact situation that the fallen angel Christopher Daniels was hoping for.
He knows. But the thing is, eventually only one can wear the belt. So even if it comes down to Skipper and Daniels, then they're going to have to go after each other.
You think they're going to work together against AJ?
I don't know how this is going to work out. I mean,
oh my.
You want help from whoever you can get it from, but eventually you can't trust anybody, and these kicks are brutal.
You know, we've talked about it in the past. Elix Skipper, 7 years of martial arts experience before even becoming a professional wrestler.
Oh, look at these guys just caught each other right in the middle.
After with a kick exchange, mid-ring collision. Both men connect, both down, and keep your eyes on Daniels.
Well, he's watching the two of them just beat each other to death a minute ago, and now Daniels, well, wait a minute, this isn't going to do you any good to get, what's he doing here? He can't get the belt.
No.
He can't get the belt.
To the top, he's hanging from the cables, and now what?
Oh my goodness, let's see what he's got in mind here.
You do?
No, I said let's see what he's got in mind. He can't get the belt.
Position
on
those steel cables.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
He just set it up right there.
You know what?
To take him down. What a move by Daniel.
That time, the BME stood for one thing. Biggest moonsault ever. Here it is.
Now think about this planning. He knew that the other two would be looking up going, what is he doing? He can't get the belt. When he caught him gazing up there, he took him out. Only in TNA and only in the X Division.
All new version of the BME. It's usually the best. That time it was the biggest. Here's the pin. 2.
Oh! Wow! You think you've seen it all.
Just when you think it all, you've seen it all done, you watch a TNA pay-per-view and you realize that we barely scratched the surface.
I mean, you and I were both thinking, what on earth is he doing? Oh, here we go. Wait a minute now.
This momentary teamwork looks like maybe a little friction, communication problems.
Well, the belt's at stake, and he realizes that, face it, he caught Skipper when he came down off of there. Trying to talk him into it. We're looking at former partners. These guys were as good a tag team as there's ever been in TNA. I mean, AMW would argue that, but they really were great.
Look at Daniels manipulate here.
He is.
Look at him talking, He's trying to be a politician here.
Oh no!
I knew it.
Oh no! He set him up.
I just felt that.
Yes, that's thinking.
Oh, and he's so proud of himself. Yeah, chalk one up for the fallen angel. Shots.
Oh, this is just unbelievable planning on the part of Christopher Daniels. I mean, he has done everything he can to eliminate the first person, using the teammate, using the loyalty. And now he just turned on Elix Skipper, sends AJ back out.
AJ crashes down with a thud. We have seen.
Well, he's better off down there.
The master plan of the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels, come to fruition right in front of our eyes. If he takes Skipper out, let's see, or AJ.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Skipper's not going down without a fight. And now he's got the advantage. Look at the power of Elix Skipper. Oh, this would be justice right here.
Planted him with the belly-to-belly, and then goes right to the mountain, raining down those rights, measures him, drives the boot to the side and to the top of the head.
I was thinking to myself, man, you're looking at two friends. They're not friends now.
Spinning leg lariat. That baby was on target. Prime Time can feel it.
Oh, Prime Time. Christopher Daniels played his cards and he played them wrong.
Full Nelson. AJ.
Oh, AJ goes right over the top. Daniels able to get down and AJ hits Prime Time.
Daniels stayed one step ahead. Backbreaker across the knee, takes him up, and then, how about that? Reversed him in mid-move, and then drove him stomach first, caught him with the gut buster after the backbreaker.
AJ Styles, I mean, this guy has got a repertoire. I mean, you ought to write a book. 2005 ways to beat a man. I'm telling you, he's unbelievable.
AJ in the corner, rocks Daniels. Oh, another forearm. You can just see it. The look on AJ's face with every blow. How much enjoyment that he's getting.
Again, right now, think about what's going through the mind of Prime Time. Elix Skipper. Is he going to help anybody, or is he just going to try to pin somebody? And I mean, right now, I think you've got to just forget about any kind of loyalty. You just take the first pin you can make, and look at these guys. Great camera shot, folks.
Great overhead shot as we see Skipper and Daniels.
Oh, look at the headbutts right there.
AJ trying to fight him off.
Oh, he goes down. Oh, wait a minute. Now you see Skipper going to the top of the rope.
Skipper, he must have something in mind. Meanwhile, AJ, corner mount with Daniels. What are you going to do, Prime Time?
Oh, no. He's got AJ. Oh, wow.
Inverted Hurricane Rana a flash Frankensteiner coming off the cables.
I tell you what, though, AJ Styles made a great move right there. He saw his head landing first. He was able to torque his body in midair so that he landed on his chest. It was a smart move. You might not realize it, but he... Oh, look at that. Skipper's got him.
Caught him in mid-move, powerbombed him down to the mat, but the impact of the move, you see Skipper roll away at the same time, and he's not able to cover Daniels and pin him and put him away. Again, the two survivors, and that's the only way we can really call it at this point. The two men who survived this three-way triple threat will then go on to the Ultimate X match, and we will find out who leaves Destination X as the X Division champ. Skipper looks pretty good at this point.
I'll tell you what, just when it looked like he was down and out, just when it looked like the fallen angel had just done the ultimate turn on his buddy, Skipper was able to fight it out, and he knows there's no loyalty now. But wait a minute, AJ Styles is up on the top of the rope. What's he got planned?
AJ from the steel
can you top this?
High above the ring, look out! AJ coming down.
Oh, man, he just kind of throws him off. Just barely catches him. Was it enough?
What a collision that was. Crashing down to the mat. Styles, Daniels, Skipper, who's going to be the first to get to their feet.
Oh, these guys are unbelievable athletes, but they are just, and like I said, when you start doing things like they're doing, you're spending twice as much energy as you normally would in any kind of a match. What did you do right here?
AJ looks to be the first up. Daniels using the ring ropes to try and get himself back up as well.
I mean, we're still in only round two. I mean, we haven't even got to the part where you can actually take the belt off of the top of the ropes. That's the amazing part. Everybody, I think, forgets that. We're only in the second tier of this match.
Boot to the midsection.
Here it goes.
Over, take him up.
Oh, look at those. Oh, great move by AJ.
Can he cover him?
Here it
Can
is.
he pin him?
1, 2. No.
Not yet. Just that close to eliminating Daniels and bringing it down to Styles and Skipper to settle it for the title.
I'll tell you what, here he goes, going for a little Styles clash. Oh! Skipper catches AJ right there. AJ fighting back with an elbow. I mean, it's survival at this point. Oh, AJ pulling on the arm.
Moonsault back, went for the inverted DDT, blocked by Skipper, takes him up, gonna go for the sudden death again.
Oh, this could do it, he's got it.
Sudden death, this could do it. Can he pin him? No, trying to go for the cover. He's gonna roll him over.
He just can't. Wait a minute, look at this. He just rolled him up. Oh, did he get it?
He got it.
Unbelievable.
Right place, right time. Again, perfect strategy for Daniels.
Think about this. Now he's got AJ Styles. After AJ Styles is completely worn out, Daniels able to catch Skipper off guard. It was his best move. And now it's AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Ultimate X matchup. The tag match is out, the three-way's out. We're down to Daniels, we're down to Styles. That's the title belt that hangs above the ring. The individual that takes it down will be X Division champion.
And here he goes. Gonna try to put it into it really quick. Daniels can smell victory. A title he's never had.
Oh, and Styles pulled him right down. Oh, man, clothesline. Just powered him right down to the mat.
Daniels not going to waste any time. He's going to go right back up there, and it's a smart move. He knows that AJ Styles is wore out. He knows that even Skipper took so much out of him there at the end. This is his perfect opportunity. AJ's just going to have to figure out some way to get the momentum back in his favor.
Duck at the clothesline. Rips off the chops, and then more of those forearm shots. Gonna take him up, and
oh, what a backbreaker that was.
Directly across the knee. Side backbreaker by Styles. Again, take down the title belt and become X Division champion.
I'll tell you what, AJ's still wobbly, though. Still wobbly from a sudden death by even Skipper. Think about it. And then the vicious headbutts right there by Christopher Daniels. But here he goes! He hits the Pele out of nowhere! He always knows when to use it! How does he do that? We've got to see the Pele again!
Perfect perfect timing by the phenomenal AJ Styles to connect with that Pele kick. We're going to take another look, they tell me. Here it is.
Look at this.
Check this out.
He's phenomenal. I think that's the word I'm going to use to describe it from here on out.
Good call.
Phenomenal.
We're going to try and get back live to this matchup, or we're going to take another look.
There's another shot of it. It was just unbelievable, wasn't it?
And now we're back live. Daniels to the corner. Styles recognizes that Daniels is maybe just slightly ahead of him. AJ up, they're just about even. No Daniels, hand over
they're
hand.
both up there now. They're both going
AJ
for it.
making up ground.
You can see them, they're just fighting each other. Oh, Daniels falls down. AJ, does he have enough?
Caught him with the
oh my gosh.
It was the only thing he could do. He had to dive at him. And he dove in a desperation move and pulled Styles down from the steel cables high above the ring.
Man, that was all or nothing right there. All or nothing.
AJ was just this close to being champion.
Oh man, this is just, we knew it was going to be this way.
Will AJ Styles keep the X Division title? Or will the fallen angel finally realize his dream to become X Division champ for a first time? What a great way to settle it. Now Styles cut off by Daniels. AJ fighting him off, but so is Daniels.
I mean, they've just tried everything. AJ now.
He's got the advantage.
He's shimming. Whoa, he's coming back.
Oh,
he's got a smart strategy. If he can knock Christopher Daniels down right here, he's got a chance. Oh, man. Did you see that?
I saw it.
It cost them both. It cost them both. Wow.
He used the STO, a move that Don he will normally use by driving his opponent down to the mat, but not from this height. Take another look.
Look at this. Oh, man, the back of the head just slammed down. The first thing the referee did was check AJ Styles.
Think of the impact. Think of the concussion to the back of the head from that kind of a drop, from that kind of a fall. Oh, yeah, the impact zone is rocking for the Ultimate X Challenge. Styles and Daniels both trying to regroup. Daniels again uses the ring ropes.
I'll tell you what, these guys are warriors. And oh, you can see right there how dizzy he is. He goes up the wrong side, but you can't blame him. You're just looking for any kind of an edge.
What did we say earlier? This is the Ultimate X endurance test is what this is.
It sure is.
And that just proved it.
And you can see right there, Daniels trying to reach up and grab. AJ fighting him. They're both going up. I mean, no quit in either of these two.
Almost as if they're both just operating on fumes at this point.
You're looking at two of the best wrestlers in the world right here. There's no other way to describe them.
Daniels headbutt. I thought he was going to drive Styles down.
Oh, right into it. Oh! AJ holding on for dear life.
Those heavy steel supports.
Oh, wait a minute. You can see Daniels knows he's got it. And look at, oh, AJ right behind him. Can he bring it down? AJ, kick after kick. Oh, he does bring it down.
Caught him with the kick. Variation of the
look at him pulling down on the leg.
Daniels hanging on for dear life.
Oh, man.
Hanging on for dear life, and yeah, it paid off.
Wow. Unbelievable. You saw the survival instincts. Once Daniels fell, once his hands fell from those ropes, he had to go straight to it, and he pulled on the leg of AJ.
Listen to the crowd at the impact zone.
This is awesome.
That's the chant. Everyone's on their feet.
Well, it is awesome. And now look at these two.
Daniels has the edge. Daniels has the edge. Who's going to get the title
AJ,
belt?
though, fighting his way. He knows what it takes to win. They're both wrapping up. Daniels has got an arm in it.
Trying to tear down the belt. And still crash down. And the title belt is still hanging.
Unbelievable.
God, you would think with all of the weight, with all of the pressure, trying to pull down on the title belt, that the championship would come down, but no.
I'll tell you what, it is secure. You're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to want it.
This has really turned into a match of attrition at this point. Who's going to be able to suck it up?
Everybody standing. There goes AJ. And now you see Daniels. There's just no quit. They know they don't have much left. And now AJ's got his arm in it. Daniels got his arm in it, and it just won't come down.
And again, the title belt still hangs from above the ring, still stuck to the steel cables.
Unbelievable. They just can't get the grip on it. They've got to get the other one away to where they can literally try to peel it apart.
It's almost as if this match is so even, Don, that both men are making it to the middle at the same time, and they're both trying to tug on the belt, but at the same time, it's almost like they cancel each other out.
Oh, absolutely, and you can see right there, that belt hanging in the balance. AJ.
Referee Andrew Thomas has been knocked down, by the way. Check this out, Thomas is down. AJ's there. AJ can take it down.
Oh, wait a minute. He's got it.
He's got it at least.
Wait a minute, though. The referee doesn't see it. Oh, look at this. He's got it. He puts him into the Angel's wings. And look at this. Daniel, no.
No way. No way.
Oh, wait a minute.
No
this
chance.
is robbery.
No.
This isn't right.
No.
This isn't right.
Referee Thomas revived.
Wait a minute.
He sees the title belt in front of him.
And he's giving it to Daniel. This is robbery.
This is wrong. AJ Styles should still be X Division champion. But no. Christopher Daniels has been awarded the belt.
I'll tell you what, though, you've got to give the fallen angel credit. He realized the referee was down, and he got right there and stole it. He stole it.
You're right. He stole the title. Christopher Daniels becomes X Division champion. Wow. And here they come. The former NWA World Tag Team Champions looking to regain the gold. The man on the right, the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. The man on the left, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. What do you think of the challengers?
Well, I'm going to tell you something. They're not lacking his confidence. And you would think that the beatdown that LAX gave them just here the other day on Impact might be enough to get most men down. All it does is drive athletes like these. All it does is drive former champions like these, Mike.
And we need to talk about that beatdown on Impact. We need to talk about the flood of emails that the TNA office received.
Listen up, all you one-language speaking stupid gringos. Se ponen de pie, los reyes de la lucha libre están aquí, embajadores de la violencia y campeones del mundo.
Well, about the only thing I understood was stupid gringos. That came through loud and clear. Let's talk about, Don, what happened. Recently on Impact, we saw a sickening situation. In the TNA office, they've been flooded with emails.
Oh, I mean, the people that were so disgusted seeing the Uncle Sam hanging in the middle of the ring, seeing AJ Styles hung upside down. I mean, literally, I walked out of here, the police officer that was in here guarding the Impact Zone looked at me and said he wanted to do unspeakable things to those people because he thought that was just as wrong as it got. And if it was up to him, he'd arrested them on the spot, and it invoked that kind of emotion in a lot of people. As I'm watching Homicide right now climb up, trying to show that he's not afraid. Let me tell you something. It's one thing to do it right here, but in the match, when you get up there, it's a whole different story.
You're right, they went too far. They crossed the line. Styles and Daniels looking for revenge, looking to regain the gold. Let's hear from JB.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is an Ultimate X match for the NWA World Tag Team Championships. When the bell rings, the man in charge, Mr. Earl Hebner. Introducing, first of all, the challengers. At a combined weight of 435 pounds, they are the team of the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, and the phenomenal AJ Styles. Introducing their opponents, representing the Latino Nation, accompanied to the ring by Conan at a combined weight of 285 pounds. 485 pounds, they are the current reigning and defending NWA World Tag Team Champions, Homicide and Hernandez, the Latin American Exchange.
History about to be made. Oh, and they're not even going to wait for the opening bell. Look at this. Already all 4 minutes broken down here in this Ultimate X match. Don, cables are in place. The championship belt hanging from the center. You're going to make your way across those cables and take down the belt to win. And Daniels catches Hernandez. Oh, with a kick, and then AJ caught him with a drop kick.
You know, there's strategy that's got to be used here. People think it's just as easy as climbing up, getting on the ropes, and bringing it down.
No way.
You have got to get your opponent out of the picture so that you can climb up there freely. You saw him trying to go for that Gringo Killer, and then he nails him with the shoulder. But that is what's so important. You've got to make.
Oh, God.
Pulled him right into the ropes, right on the neck.
Yeah, slingshot type move. Catapulted him in, thrown first right into the steel cables, and now sets him up for Hernandez. Oh, he's got AJ up in the bear hug.
Oh, he's so strong.
Oh,
look at that. Just tosses him like he's nothing. That's the strongest man I think we've ever seen here in TNA.
Just released him overhead, dumped him unceremoniously, and he rolls out to the floor. Attention now turned to the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. Hernandez going to beat down on him. It looks like Homicide's going to head up and try and make his way across the cables.
Well, that's what he's going to do. A nice knee right there as it takes Hernandez. And you can see Christopher Daniels knows what it's all about. And he grabs him all right away and grabs him right by the legs and pulls him down.
I think equally as important in this Ultimate X match is we see Daniels extend the arm bar, drop straight down with all of his weight. I think defense can be equally as important as offense in this match, and we just saw that. Daniels able to fight off Hernandez and then concentrate on the defensive move of pulling Homicide down before he got the belt. Double drop toe hold.
Keep in mind, once you get up there, you better bring it down because if you fall, it's a long fall, and Daniels and Styles know that, and they're going to bide their time. You don't make that move unless you got some kind of protection, somebody to run interference while the other one goes, and I think that's exactly what Daniels and Styles are going to try to do right now.
Oh, you're right. Certainly one of the dangerous aspects of this high wire spectacle. As we see AJ spring up from the top rope and now hang onto that cable, and he's, what do you say, Don, about halfway across it looks like here.
Well, he's going to try to maybe steal one here, and look at this. Homicide
he's rocking him.
Just rocking him, and AJ right on the rope. Wow, just caught him right on the neck on the rope.
Oh, man. And the drop from that kind of a distance, Don, it's bad enough, and then when you land directly across those steel cables.
Oh, you can see it. And again, a lot of people think that the advantage automatically goes to Styles and Daniels. Let me tell you something. When you brawl, when you're thugs like LAX is, they have a chance of putting these guys out of it. No, he goes for the chair shot. Daniels gets out of the way and just hits him with a couple right, just going right back at him.
Boy, you're right. Fortunately for the fallen angel, he avoided that chair shot. Comes back with a series of offensive moves. The kick for Hernandez, charges at Homicide, who takes him down to the floor. Homicide suicide dive.
Oh, man. He goes at the tope con hilo as he goes right through the rope and catches the top of Daniels' head, and he also goes right over the rail. Unbelievable. I don't know if we can see that again, guys, if we can. It is worth it.
No, AJ!
AJ, Fosbury flop. Unbelievable as he goes over the top.
Wow. You see Homicide there pointing and motioning to his shoulder. It was a hell of a landing that he took.
Well, if his shoulder's hurt, he's not climbing up any ropes. I can tell you that. You're going to need both shoulders. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Hernandez! Oh, man, the 280-pounder got cut off by Daniels.
Oh, he caught him right there as he was coming up. We'll show you that a little bit if we get a moment. Oh, man. Look at this. He's got the leg in place, and he's pulling back on the head.
Oh, you're right, Don. So close to the Koji clutch now. Is he going to try and get the submission? Oh, man, and Homicide broke it up.
All right. You have got, well, sorry, folks. It's just actions too fired up. Oh, look at the strength there of Homicide showing you that he's got more to his game.
Guys in the truck, I don't blame you. No way we can get off of this live shot. AJ fighting back from the apron. Watch this springboard caught in midair by Hernandez.
He's so strong. He's so strong. Look at AJ trying to do something, but he looks like he's caught. He's caught no man's land, and Homicide cracks him in the head.
Gonna take him up now, and after the kick from Homicide.
Oh,
God.
Man. The strength of Hernandez.
What a team they make. The strength of Hernandez, the near 300-pounder. The ability of Homicide, as we are going to take another look at this and check this out.
I mean, that's almost as far as falling from the top of the ropes. That's how strong Hernandez is, and I saw him come over asking for something.
Well, that's one person, as we just saw the close-up look of Conan, the leader of the LAX circling around the ringside area. That's somebody that we've got to keep our eyes on, even in a match like this, Don. Where
that's a shortcut to the top.
Oh, come on, they slide that ladder in. Hernandez went outside and slides the ladder into Homicide. Homicide going to just climb right up the ladder and take the belt down? Are we going to allow that to happen around here?
Not according to AJ Styles, he's not, as he was able to get there quick. Oh, he goes underneath. Oh, AJ just sends the ladder right on top of him. And if you want to fight fire with fire, you want to get brutal, they can do it too. Oh, man, how about that jawbreaker right there by Christopher?
Check out the double team.
Oh, man. That's how you keep somebody from climbing the ropes.
Wow, Hernandez taken up by Styles and Daniels, and the challengers took one half of the tag champs, dropped him down right across that ladder.
And you know what I like? They could use it for the shortcut, but they won't do it. They toss it out and send a message.
Not going to allow that to happen here. Referee Earl Hebner laying down the law in the ring as AJ tries to go up to the top on Hernandez, but Homicide pulled him down over the floor. Did you hear that landing?
Oh, he hit his face straight on the floor there, and you could see Christopher Daniels thought he had an opening and he was going to go up across. But he knocked him down, but hell, here comes Hernandez, and that man, that is not the guy you want to have you there. No! Oh, brutal.
He just took both of those huge hands. He wrapped them right around the neck of Christopher Daniels, and he just tossed him way across the ring.
Look at this. Here he's got it. Holy cow, he throws him all the way across the ring.
Now the momentum then sent him all the way out to the floor. You can't see this, but Conan's kicking the hell out of Daniels outside, while Hernandez, oh man, just squashed AJ in the corner.
Oh, AJ Styles, it's 2-on-1 right now in the ring as Christopher Daniels took a beat down from Conan out front, and now AJ is in, oh, look at that.
Double underhook. Butterfly suplex takeover as Homicide immediately goes back to favoring the shoulder after hitting the suplex. Hernandez, power move on AJ upcoming. What's it going to be?
Oh, look at this. Is he just toying with him right there, and he applies the pressure and the weight right on top.
Power slam down. This is really the strategy that you need to employ if you're Homicide and Hernandez.
Yeah.
You take out, you just totally take them out of this matchup, and I didn't think that we would see Hernandez being the one to cross the steel cables, but look at this.
Yeah, this guy's so strong. But I tell you, you're in a place you've not been before, and you can see AJ Styles knows it. AJ Styles goes up, and he just cracks him right in the back, and that will bring you down, and that's a long, hard fall for Hernandez.
Whatever the hell works, AJ, don't blame you. Springboard into that forearm shot, but then Homicide steel chair to the back.
Man, I am telling you, this has been just exactly what we thought it would be. I mean, it's non-stop, no let up, and every chance now that somebody gets, they're going to try. And you see Homicide, you got to wonder about his shoulder, if it's going to be enough to allow him.
That's a great point. Is he going to be able to make it across with that injured shoulder, or will it hinder him in his attempt to make his way across the cables? And here he goes.
He's doing it anyway. He's sliding. You better watch out. He's up there. He's awful close, but again, he's in unfamiliar territory.
Look at this. He's scissoring that cable, Don, so that he doesn't have to use all of that pressure on the shoulder. AJ's going to meet him halfway, going to try and kick him down.
AJ got up there so fast, and he's holding on. He's got, they both come flying down to the bottom. Wow.
Oh my God. Styles, Homicide, both crash down to the canvas from the top. Look at this landing.
Oh man, it's both of them, and you can look at AJ. He just got that glazed look on his face. Here it is again. Oh, and there they both go. And wait a minute. Christopher Daniels now has a shot for it.
This is the chance. Daniels, if he can just make his way across just a couple more feet, he can take down the belt.
Oh, he's fighting for it, but he can't do it. As Hernandez got them, and then Homicide now going up, and the teamwork, and they just plant Christopher Daniels down.
Bulldog off the top, Daniels up on the shoulders, and he got just driven right down to the canvas with that top rope Bulldog. Wow. You're right. Ultimate X, it's been everything that we expected and more. Daniels fired off. Here he comes off the ropes. Homicide drops him in his tracks.
I'll tell you, I am impressed with LAX. They have not been intimidated by what Ultimate X brings. And look at this, the two bodies that are laying down on the mat are not Homicide and Hernandez, it's Styles and Daniels. And Conan's got to be proud, and here comes again. Hernandez going back up there. He was so close before, and he's back up top.
Here he comes.
And you can see Homicide. Look at this. Oh, Daniels stops him, but does he have time?
I think he was going for the gringo kill up, but cut off by Daniels. Hernandez over halfway across. AJ. Oh, man. Wow, pull him down from the cables, and he just crashed right down onto his own partner.
And what happens is you get stuck up there. Hernandez knew where he was. He had the strength to get across, but you also got to watch out for the men below, because if they get a hold of you, that fall is so hard, so vicious. It's twice as heavy as it will be any other time, and that's why it's so hard to not just only get up there to bring the belt down.
That's why timing is so important in this matchup. Wait till that opportunity presents itself, Don, where you can make your way all the way across and not have to deal with the other competitors. I guess easier said than done. Homicide taken down by Styles, running clothesline for Hernandez, and there goes Homicide again.
Look, a nice spin kick by AJ Styles as he's fired up. Pele! He comes back with the Pele, and he nails it right there. Look at him. He's fired up, but he turned around, and there's Homicide.
Boy, AJ has really gone to the playbook. Fosbury flop earlier. Pele here into the corner. Homicide charges in. Caught with the elbow.
Oh, beautiful inverted DDT. Was that awesome? Man, did he hit that with perfection. Let me tell you something. There are not many people in the world that after what they've gone through can hit a move like that cleanly, and he's one of them.
And then he's got Hernandez now. Look out. Big power man fights off probably what was an attempt at a suplex by AJ.
Oh, beautiful teamwork as Daniels. We forgot about him, and you can't do that. Oh, but look at the three. Oh, but they used the double team on Hernandez.
Challengers hit the double team on one half of the chance. Hernandez taken out of the play, but here comes Homicide right back. Boot for Daniels, scoop and slam on Styles.
Every time it looks like one team's got the advantage, the other one is able to turn things around. Now Homicide, he's nowhere near where the ropes are, so he's going to have to inflict damage, and he hits a frog splash, and there's nobody home.
That did not connect with the frog splash. High-low. They took him out high and low that time. Styles and Daniels. Now they've got Hernandez in their sights.
And look at this, just one shot after another, and that's what you've got to do. And look, oh, but Hernandez breaks through it and then comes around with a double clothesline, Mike.
Wow. That's just a power situation that Styles and Daniels cannot match.
No, there's not many people that can.
True.
He is unbelievable. You have no idea how strong this guy is. Anybody that's been in the ring with him will tell you, wait a minute, Conan pulling on a table from the bottom.
I guess we should have anticipated this. Hernandez, he's got Daniels up. Oh man, drop down backbreaker right across the shoulder. We heard Conan earlier, the interview when LAX arrived here at the Impact Zone tonight. He said, we'll bring anything, chairs, ladders. Now they've got the table in play. Hernandez has got AJ.
And that backbreaker with that shoulder, his shoulder is the size of most people's knees. The size of most people's thighs.
Now here goes Styles up to his shoulder.
Oh, he's going to go for that border toss. You can see it.
Daniels able to hold on to his partner and catch Hernandez with the kick that doubles him over.
And you can see now the double teamwork as Daniels sends. Oh, but Homicide there. Look at this. AJ just tosses him over.
Look at that.
Oh, they're going to try to put him out. Frog splash, and he hits it.
Homicide down on the floor. Oh, there it is, best moonsault ever. Now, this could be your chance. Are you going to climb or are you going to go for more offense?
This is what you've got to know. They're going, holy cow, spiral dam. They're putting everything on it that they can. One thing after another. Oh, Gringo Killer, was that what he did there? I didn't see.
I think it was a spinning neck breaker that he caught him with out of nowhere that time.
Well, they're all pulling out all the stops. Man, oh man.
Styles here, now in trouble. Homicide has got him. He's got him hooked. AJ holding on. Homicide going to try and take him through the table. AJ fights back. Series of right hands. Both men exchanging on the apron.
Oh, look at this. Oh, you can just hear these guys, the pain. And wait a minute. Oh, no. AJ's got him. Styles clash. Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it on the table?
Styles clash.
Oh, here he goes. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Oh, we talked about pulling out all the stops. That's what's called pulling out all the stops. Spiral tap, we got to take another look.
I mean, here he is, and think of the force and his body breaks on top of Homicide, right through the table, this crowd on their feet.
We came back late off the replay, and I don't know whether you caught it or not, but Conan with that slapjack, he just hit AJ and knocked him out. He hit him from behind, and he just hit him again out here on the floor. Back in the ring, it's Daniels and Hernandez, but Conan has followed up after that incredible move by AJ, putting Homicide through the table.
He did it. Here comes Conan. Oh, no.
No,
He's up there. Come on, stop this. And you can see right there, Conan now, he's just mad. He's just mad, and the referee's trying to get him out of there. But look at this.
Referee intimidated.
While this is going on.
But this is
crazy.
This is all that Daniels could do.
This is crazy.
He's up at the top of the truss.
This is absolutely crazy.
He's avoiding Conan.
No way. No way.
He's there.
He's got it.
Take it down.
He's up there.
Take it down.
He's
Take
up
it down,
there.
Daniels.
He's got it. And they try to do it, but he's got it down.
Your winners, and new NWA World Tag Team Champions, the phenomenal AJ Styles and the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
They've regained the titles. That was unbelievable. We've got to see that. Unreal. Unfreaking real.
They've done it. AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels. Oh my God, they've regained the gold, and everybody's on their feet, and you better bow down, because this was unfreaking believable.
And I'm going to tell you something, you got to give credit to LAX, because they came out there, gave it everything they got, and the crowd is bowing to them. The crowd is bowing to them, and deservedly so. That move by Daniels, the riskiest thing I think I've ever seen.
I think the riskiest move that we've ever seen in an Ultimate X match. We're gonna relive some of the exciting moments from this match. What a great time it is here at No Surrender to see him beat LAX there. It's the Styles Clash.
Right through the table, and that put out, but right there was the shot of Conan that you didn't see. And then look at Daniel. If he misses, it's over. And he gets it up there, and there's nobody that can reach him. He's got his body placed. They throw the kendo stick, but it doesn't help.
My God, what an emotional moment. Celebrate. Soak it in, guys. You deserve it. You're the NWA Tag Team Champions again.
Well, I'll tell you what, they lost it at the border ball, but they got it back at Ultimate X. And the crowd, inside the crowd, celebrating.
Keith Mitchell, Keith, you're right. That's a hell of a shot. You're not kidding, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the opening contest live at TNA's Victory Road, an Ultimate X Gauntlet match where the winner becomes the #1 contender for the X Division Championship. Introducing the first competitor. He is the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
From Universal Orlando Resort, welcome to Victory Road, where we open with TNA's innovative, high-risk spectacle, Ultimate X with a special added twist. It's the Ultimate X Gauntlet.
And the second participant, from Elizabeth, New Jersey, Black Machismo, Jay Lethal.
In this matchup, first, 10 X Division stars to compete in the reverse battle royal, where you're eliminated by being thrown over the top rope and down to the arena floor. Once all 10 men have entered, the wrestlers still eligible in the match may then attempt to take down the red X that hangs high above the ring. The first person to gain possession of the X wins the match and becomes the #1 contender to the X Division champion.
Mike, you mentioned the heck. High above the ring, and you see Christopher Daniels jumpstart this thing. Let me tell you something, I'm talking with the guys, and to get the reinforced structure, because you've got to have it. Whoa, what a back body drop that was. To have this, with that many guys possibly up there, vying to pull that X down, they had to use the Elevation X structure, and think about it, it's about 2 feet higher, Mike, than normal.
It's the Fallen Angel, it's Black Machismo, both former X Division champions. We've already started that 60-second countdown clock. After every minute, another wrestler will enter the match. Talk about a contrasted experience. Jay Lethal's first Ultimate X match. Christopher Daniels has been in 4 previous Ultimate X's. Of course, Don, both men at the disadvantage right from the start, being the first two competitors in the match. To win it, they have to survive longer than the other 8.
Oh, you're so right, Mike. And another thing that you've got to do is you've got to last till all 10 men get in there. If for some reason you go over that top rope, hit the floor like you mentioned, you're out of the match. If you can hang in till all 10 men have been introduced, then you're in for the gold. You haven't got to bring that X down. So you've got so many things that you've got to concern yourself with while these guys are coming into the ring on minute intervals.
Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels hanging on for dear life with the introduction into this gauntlet matchup of Puma returning to TNA after an absence of over a year. He's been wrestling all over Canada as well as Europe and California specifically. 21 years of age, Puma returns to TNA in this Ultimate X Gauntlet.
Well, use the great advantage in a match like this. You haven't been around long enough to know how dangerous Ultimate X really is. You're still cocky at that age. You still think you can do anything. Well, let me tell you something. It's one of the situations, though, nice recovery, though, by Puma coming back and getting the spin kick.
Beautiful spin kick. Takes down Black Machismo, Jay Lethal, and all of a sudden the Fallen Angel is back in as well. Now the double team on Jay Lethal. Who's going to be next?
Whoa, nice double clothesline by Jay Lethal. And, here he comes. Listen to this crowd. One half of LAX Homicide.
You know, Homicide has been in Ultimate X before, but under different rules. It was a tag team Ultimate X with his partner Hernandez. Tonight here at Victory Road, Homicide is on his own.
One of the greatest Ultimate X's we've ever seen. I'll never forget Christopher Daniels leaping across from one side to the other to grab that belt that match. But I'll tell you, the experience of just being in one is so important and so vital to a match like this. And here's Homicide. Somebody, let me tell you, when you're a tag team champ, and when you're like he has been, but you always envy the X Division belt. You always envy the championship belt. You always want to prove your medal amongst those, and he's looking for this opportunity. Now, he better be very close, though, posing on those top ropes, because someone knocks him off. It's all over for him.
All 4 competitors still alive in the Ultimate X Gauntlet as the countdown clock signals the next competitor.
And here he is, the Guru, Sanjay Dutt, a man who's found a new inner peace, a man who has searched his soul, and he's going about life in a peaceful manner. Well, maybe you're going to need that peace, because when you get up top, it can be awful scary, but nice cross body block right up the top, huh?
Well, the Guru, Sanjay Dutt, he's been in Ultimate X one time before. That's got to give him the edge over the individuals who haven't. Oh, like Lethal and Puma, great spring back move, crashing down into Homicide from LAX.
Well, the thing about Sanjay Dutt, he loves to get on those ropes and do crazy things, but again, this is unlike anything he's ever done. If you get caught up top, you can get knocked out, but wow, look at that, he just lands right on the Fallen Angel.
Great springboard move by the Guru, Sanjay Dutt, crashing down across the chest of the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels. There goes Puma for the ride into the turnbuckle, but he got the boots up and caught Sanjay, the Guru, coming in.
Oh, nice move there by Puma. Nice kick by Puma as he just cracked Sanjay Dutt right on the top of the head. And here comes the Canadian Destroyer, another veteran of this match.
No question, Petey Williams, just like Daniels, the most experienced on in Ultimate X. Petey has been in 4 previous matches, and he has hit the ring with incredible fire. Keep in mind, he's always got that Canadian Destroyer.
Oh, he got caught right there, huh? A little unbelievable move how he did 2 for the price of 1. He wants
Here it is. Gonna go for the Canadian Destroyer on the Fallen Angel.
Well, you had to watch out because Homicide saw it. What he was going to do that for is to take Daniels out of it, then he could just throw him over the top without any resistance. He's going to try the same thing, but Puma puts a stop to it.
Remember, we're still in the gauntlet phase of this match. Over the top rope, down to the arena floor, eliminates you. Then, once all 10 men are in, here it is!
He hits the Canadian Destroyer!
That's sick! Flip, pile driver, and the weakened Puma is tossed to the floor. He's been eliminated, number 1.
Petey Williams just got eliminated. Homicide came in right behind him.
2 eliminations.
That's why you gotta not be cocky as you see Shark Boy from the deep blue sea coming down here. Unbelievable move and smart move by Homicide there, Mike. He followed right up. He let Petey do the dirty work, get Puma over, and before he had a chance to react, he dumped Petey Williams over the top.
Nice drop kick as Shark Boy enters the ring. This is his first time ever in Ultimate X. The fan favorite here at the Impact Zone in Orlando, Florida, Don. really showing a great offensive burst from the split second he hit the ring.
Well, there he is, just trying to get the old middle edge right there. Is Christopher Daniels. Oh, and he comes right over and hits him right in the head and knocks him back down on his back.
Now Shark Boy going to try and eliminate the Fallen Angel. You've got to give kudos here to both Daniels and Black Machismo Jay Lethal. As every wrestler comes in, they're still survivors from the opening two.
Well, that's just it. They've got to survive. They got to find a way to stay in, and it's so hard to do when you're the opening members. And it's just common sense. You've got to last longer than everybody else. But these guys are in such great shape. There comes a certain point, as we see Elix Skipper returning into the ring. These guys are in such great shape that they can get it to an equal footing. They can take it. They got a chance.
We talked about the return of Puma earlier. Elix Skipper has not competed in TNA in over 8 months, dating back to December of last year. But yes, Prime Time gonna take Shark Boy and just back body dropped him over the top. That's elimination number 3. Elix Skipper has an immediate impact in this Ultimate X Gauntlet.
I'll tell you what though, he's gonna have a tough struggle. I don't know if you've noticed, but he's got that hand bandage. And I found out today he'd actually fractured it in 5 places. It was so important for him though, got it sewn up, wrapped up, and he's out there, but that is going to be hard to fight through that pain.
Oh, takes the Guru Sanjay Dutt, who's going to try and skin the cat and come back in, but then the well-placed kick to the back of Sanjay Dutt. I think he caught him in the back of the head, eliminates him, and done. That's 4 competitors who have been eliminated already.
Oh, you can see the shot right there by Elix Skipper on the Black Machismo, and here comes Kaz, and here's a guy, you talk about a guy whose star has been on the rise. He's gotten himself, I think, out of that Raven
finally
mental grasp that Raven had on him, and we know how athletic this guy is. We know how talented Kaz is.
Opportunity for his career to skyrocket. Once you break from Raven and serotonin, look at Kaz hit that perfectly placed leg drop on Daniel. Kaz has been in 2 previous Ultimate X's, including the first ever Ultimate X back in August of 2003. Huge experience edge for him as well.
I remember one time he ended up coming down with the championship in an Ultimate X match. It was a dual one, but it was an exciting finish, and that's what you've got to learn to expect from any kind of an Ultimate X. It's the unexpected, because anything can happen. It's just such a way to showcase their athletic abilities.
We know who number 10 is going to be. It's going to be the Warrior Senshi to complete the gauntlet aspect of this match. And Don, once all 10 men are in, and you can see that's the go time. Now it's Ultimate X. It's climb the scaffold, which has been reinforced. Take down that Ultimate X. Take down the red X above the ring and become the number 1 contender to the X Division 10.
Senshi is so lucky to be able to be the 10th man. That means he couldn't get eliminated off the top rope there, but you can see him going right up. Kaz, smart move, trying to steal one, but Senshi saw it, use that speed, that just cat-like quickness he's got. Look at him up there as they're fighting it up on the tower.
He's got his own version of the Dragon Sleeper, the bite of the dragon, hooked in. He's got him hanging there from the truss, from the steel structure.
Oh, now look at Senshi. He's going to use that to his advantage to find himself going up the top. And I mean, it really and truly is a daunting feeling when you realize how high up they were. I'll never forget how nervous I was when I saw Rhino and AJ Styles up there. They're so high up. And then they've got to work themselves. Keep in mind their hands are going to be sweaty, and they've got to work themselves to try to pull that X down.
The Warrior Senshi climbs one side of the structure. Black Machismo Jay Lethal taken down by primetime Elix Skipper. Huge advantage here for Senshi, who's halfway across the steel structure as you see the red X hanging above the ring.
Oh, and you
oh my God!
Oh, he landed right on top of Christopher Daniels. Homicide just got enough to pull on that foot, and then the sweat already forming on the hands, and you can't hold on, Mike.
Homicide, knife edge chop that breaks the back of the Warrior Senshi. There goes the fallen angel Christopher Daniels up the structure as we go wide. Great camera shot here, showing the standing room only crowd here in Orlando, Florida, Victory Road.
Oh, Christopher Daniels, this is something that he feels is part of his birthright, that X Division Championship, something he's held so long. And now he's working his way across, but there's Kaz, and you can see once you get a hold of that foot, it's so hard to keep yourself up there, and you can't do it. It is a long drop.
And it sure was a long fall that time. Fallen Angel, you know, has won the Ultimate X 3 times.
That's right. I mean, he's somebody that just has that that smartness and that fearlessness. I mean, he knows when to make the move. He knows when to play off, and that's what you've got to do. You've got to pick your spots, and when you see it, you've got to make a run at it quick.
Looks like Kaz is making good ground up one side of the structure. Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, and Black Machismo, Jay Lethal as well, climb the truss.
Well, you can see now it's going to be a race if they get going towards the middle. Then you see Sid G, while Homicide and Elix Skipper are down. Look at this. Kaz making his way across. Sid G making his way. Lethal, they're all going to meet in the middle right here. Oh, my gosh.
Who's going to take it down? Who's going to take down the X and become the #1 contender?
Oh, you can see Skipper and Homicide, and you can see there that, all of them, they go down at the same time. Wow, Daniels came down first. It looked like he landed hard maybe on that leg. Gotta look at that. It's so hard to stay up there.
Wow, 4 men crash and burn as this crowd is just rocking Universal.
Well, they're seeing something special. They realize that. They know they're seeing something like what you don't ever get to see. And look at the spin kick by Kaz, followed by the one by Skipper.
You have to be impressed with Elix Skipper, Don, in his return here to TNA, eliminating 2 of the competitors and standing tall. Oh, man, until he was taken down by that big boot from Homicide of LAX.
Oh, but then Sin G comes right after that and cracks Homicide right on top of the head. But he better watch out, because the Black Machismo just leveled him, followed by Christopher Daniels.
You can't rest on your laurels here. You can't get really too confident because of the other 6 competitors, not all 6 of these men vying to be the #1 contender to the X Division champion. Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels, boy, he's got a huge edge right now. He's the only one climbing up the truss, and he's making his way across the structure.
Well, he better go quickly, because if you take the time, you can see he's trying a different approach this time. He's going to keep his legs from people from grabbing him. That's a smart move.
You're not kidding.
But the only problem is it takes longer to climb across it, and Black Machismo's going right after him. Think about this. You got to sacrifice your body sometimes just to stop the other person from getting it.
Look at this. They'll make up the ground. Now he's going to try and knock Daniels down.
Look at Kaz is on top of the
Oh, God.
Oh, no. You can see, look at this. Oh, my God.
Did you see that diamond cutter?
Oh, man.
Did you see that diamond cutter?
Kaz takes him right from the head.
We gotta
see it.
Come on, guys, in the truck. Show us.
Oh, look at that shot.
Oh, God.
Just grabbed it perfectly. Man alive, we knew this was going to be. It's so much higher than they've ever seen it.
Add that one to the 2007 highlight reel.
Kaz, Homicide getting it. You know, this is one of those matches, if you can find a way to stay out of harm's way, wait till everybody's knocked out to make your run. Oh, but they're just...
That sounds good on paper, doesn't it?
It does.
Oftentimes doesn't work out so well on either the canvas or the steel structure. He just got drilled in Kazarian with that great kick in the back by Senshi.
Oh, the guy with the magical feet. He can do things that nobody else can do. Just absolutely can hit you out of nowhere. He's somebody that I figured, especially because he came in last and with his cat-like quickness and just his ability to look at this. It's just something. Oh, Homicide able to get out of the way, though. Saw it coming. But you better watch out, because now here comes Lethal.
Well, that was going to be a great move, that cartwheel, but you're right, Homicide avoided it. Wait a minute. Fallen Angel going to try and take 3 men at one time here.
Look at this. Oh, man. Oh, Tower of Doom right there.
Triple suplex by the Fallen Angel, but the edge goes to Kaz.
Well, that's what I was talking about. Try to find a way where everybody gets knocked down.
Here he goes. You see it now as Kaz has climbed up to the top with bodies down in the ring.
And look at Skipper. Skipper's going up the other side. They're going to get up top, and oh, no. This is not where you want to be. But there's not. Keep in mind, they don't have the catwalk up there that they had before. It's twice as dangerous. What are they thinking? What are they doing, Mike?
Elix Skipper and Kaz, both, what would you say, Don? 20 feet plus above the ring.
Look at Skipper. What is he trying to do? He's walking it. Oh, man, these guys they're fearless. Oh, no.
You're right. That really shows it. What a great shot. There is no platform. That's incredible agility to walk it. And then they look down. It's almost like, what the hell have we done?
Unbelievable. Now they're stuck up there. And now they're trading blows. Oh, man, that's just so dangerous. you better find a spot if you can to knock the other one out, and then you've got to scale down through that and grab that X and try to pull it through.
Skipper hanging on as well as trying to mount an offense with some kicks. Elix Skipper and Kaz both high above the ring on top of the steel structure.
Oh, you can see right there, Skipper. Oh no, Skipper's down, barely holding on, but so's Kaz. Kaz has a chance.
They're so close. Can they tear down that X?
The problem is, you can see them both fighting it off. Oh no, they couldn't do it.
Both crash and burn.
Oh, they were so close to grabbing it. If one of them could have got a hold of it, it might have fell with them. But Mike, they couldn't do it. Let's see that again.
We take another look. Skipper and Kaz exchanging kicks. Both connect and both drop all the way to the arena, to the mat down below.
Oh man, we're trout. And once you get up there and once you've fallen 2 or 3 times, it gets that much harder, Mike. That much harder to go back up there and nice counter. Nice counter there by
He was going to go for the Angel's wings. Fallen Angel tried to hit it. Here comes that combination move. Lethal combination by Black Machismo.
Oh, he hits it. Oh no, but you can see there's the sudden death by Elix Skipper as he just plants it right on the back of his head.
Out of nowhere, here comes Kaz, wave of the future.
Oh, Kaz, unbelievable, up to his feet. Again, he goes right after Homicide, who kicks him, and Homicide now going up to the top rope, but
in that precarious position, perched up on the top rope. Kaz connects with a kick. Homicide still hanging on up on that top rope.
Wait a minute.
What's he gonna do here?
Oh, wait a minute, he's not gonna try it, is he? Kaz going up top. Oh man, it is! He just hit the flux capacitor!
The one-man Spanish fly, the flux capacitor by Kaz as he drills Homicide from LAX right down the mat. We take another look. Check this out.
This is what makes time travel possible, people. Look at there. As you see, the flux capacitor off the top rope. We haven't seen that in 3 years. Wow.
Fallen Angel takes Kaz and just did you see that? He shot it right through the ring rope and he went head first right into the truss, right into the steel structure. There's the opening that Daniels may need.
Oh, he's going to the other side now, but Jay Lethal coming right after him, trying to latch on to the shorts, and he does, and he throws him back in. Now this is a chance for the Black Machismo to regain that #1 contender spot.
The former X Division champion, Black Machismo Jay Lethal, making his way across the structure, but the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, is making up ground. Look how close Lethal is.
Well, you can see right there, you can see Skipper's grabbing on, holding, doing whatever he can, and he pulls him down, and then a shot.
Here's the chance for the Fallen Angel. Daniels is close to taking down the X. Senshi just caught Black Machismo right in the face with the boot.
Look at that, Senshi and Skipper have taken, and look at this, it allows Daniels to get the belt. I mean, there it is. Christopher Daniels able to slide across and grab the X, and he's got it.
Gentlemen, your winner and the #1 contender for the TNA X Division Championship, the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
The Fallen Angel has done it. Christopher Daniels takes down the X. He's the #1 contender.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your opening contest live at Bound for Glory, an Ultimate X Tag Team match, where the winners become the #1 contenders to the TNA World Tag Team titles. Introducing team #1, Primetime Elix Skipper and Senshi. They are Triple X.
TNA opens its signature event, Bound for Glory, with the signature match of the X Division. Don West, when you talk about innovation, when you talk about high risk, when you talk about a high wire act inside that 6 sides, it's just one thing, it's Ultimate X.
And your opponents, representing the Latino Nation, Homicide and Hernandez, the Latin American Exchange.
Mike, today I can't think of a better way to start off Bound for Glory. You know, you mentioned it, the innovation of Ultimate X. You know, it kind of defines TNA from the beginning. Innovative, different, founded on so many different things. And then you think about this, 2 of the most decorated tag teams in TNA, 2 of the most athletic, two of the most energetic. What a way to start, and listen to this crowd.
I think it's safe to say that they are electric tonight at the Gwinnett Center in Atlanta, Georgia for Bound for Glory. Don, what a great reaction that we have received this entire weekend here in Atlanta, Georgia. And now this is what it's all about. Bound for Glory 2007.
Man, you look out there, and of course, you see two teams that are former tag team champions. But let me tell you about the importance of this match. And it's a great way to start off Bound for Glory, as you see already. Triple X going for it real quick to try to end it. LAX took the stance of waiting for it. But the winner of this match, Mike, becomes the #1 contender for the tag team championship.
That is the key. The winning team gets a shot at the TNA World Tag Team title. What a knife-edge chop outside of the arena floor by Big Hernandez to the chest of the Warrior Senshi. Senshi answered with a quick kick. Meanwhile, action in the ring with Homicide laying in those right hands on Elix Skipper. Again, the idea of this match, not about pins or submissions. It's about making your way across that cable high above the ring and taking down the X. Did you see that shoulder block from Hernandez?
What teamwork by LAX. Homicide just fed him. And the power, let me tell you something. Hernandez may be the strongest man in TNA, but he's also very agile for a big man. And he shows it, and now look at the teamwork. Just sending him, just feeding him.
Whoa.
Go and look at him just backwards releasing it. Here he goes.
You're right. Catapult into the bear hug, and then Hernandez tosses him high overhead with the release suplex. Double team move. Skipper shot off into the corner. First, Homicide catches him with the clothesline. Oh, and then he just got squashed by Hernandez.
Well, you can see the game plan of LAX already. Wear down the speed. But he turned his back to Senshi off the top rope, but he craned him. And Homicide, though, taking advantage of it, gonna go for the X right off the bat. And here comes Elix Skipper, stop it, pulls him down.
Did you see the impact of that forearm shot by Senshi? The much bigger Hernandez. There goes Homicide, planted courtesy of the Warrior.
Warrior showing strength of his own twice there. You have to be strong to knock Hernandez out like he did, and then the face plant Homicide like that. And now the double team as Triple X got the momentum working on their side, and what a DDT on the head of Homicide.
Prime time connects with that DDT. Homicide goes head first to the canvas. The Warrior Senshi, who is known for that array of stiff, brutal kicks, well, he connected with a couple of kicks before Hernandez uses that incredible size and power advantage to jack him across the ring.
That just shows you the pure strength, but while he's looking at Senshi flopping around, he better keep his eye on primetime Elix Skipper. Oh, wait a minute, Skipper's over there, but you can see how easily Hernandez able to pull him down. And now it looks like he's setting him up. Oh, wow, man, brutal shot in the shoulder.
Backbreaker across the shoulder. And I think a lot of people, Don, when you look at LAX going into the Ultimate X matchup, would think that they would be at a disadvantage because of the size of Hernandez. But think back to previous events where they've been involved in Ultimate X, and we know that's not the case.
Oh, Hernandez, he's not afraid to climb those ropes. He's so strong. It doesn't matter to him. And look at this. He's keeping Skipper out so Homicide can get across. Homicide close. Senshi climbing up the apparatus. And now Homicide couldn't get over there quickly enough. And the kick to the back by Senshi sends Homicide to the mat, but then Hernandez grabs Senshi by the legs.
Senshi making up ground in a hurry to catch up to Homicide, who was just several feet away from taking down the X, and yes, gaining a shot at the TNA World Tag Team title. Hernandez, big shot to the back of the Warrior Senshi. Opposite side, you see Homicide raining in the blows on primetime Elix Skipper as a beautiful wide shot shows you everything going down here at Bound for Glory as we kick it off with Ultimate X.
Elix Skipper now pummeling Homicide in the corner as Senshi, a kick to the side of the face of Hernandez, and Senshi has pretty much isolated himself with Hernandez in this match, using those legs, trying to keep Hernandez off guard, as Homicide and Elix have been kind of going mano-a-mano on the other end, Mike.
The Atlanta sports community has really turned out tonight for Bound for Glory. The Atlanta Thrashers team of the National Hockey League, plus Coach Bob Hartley here at ringside, the luminaries in attendance for this great event as we see the Warrior with the Dragon on Hernandez. There goes Homicide crashing down onto Skipper.
Well, he realized that Hernandez got the oxygen taken out of him. Oh, nice counter by Skipper. He just used the momentum of Homicide and turned it against him.
Just the quickness, the way that he snapped off that move. Hernandez turns his attention to Skipper, and that's a knife-edge chop to the chest.
And look at this, you see Senshi. Senshi's been going after Hernandez, showing no fear. One shot after another, showing that rapid-fire speed, Mike.
The rights, the lefts with the open palm thrust. The way you're up the ropes. That's the power advantage. That's the shoulder block as Senshi is sent to the arena floor.
It's like nothing I've ever seen. Wait a minute. Here comes Homicide. Look at that. Tope Canino. Tope Canino. Yeah. What a shot. Unbelievable. Homicide just nails it right here in front of the table and takes Senshi out. Whoa.
You can expect to hear those chants throughout this Bound for Glory event. Many around ringside, standing on their feet for this Ultimate X match. It's Homicide right here at the broadcast table. You probably heard it in our headsets. He took Senshi's hand on and smashed it right across the table while Hernandez, oh man, did he just toss Skipper.
Oh, he gave him a cracker jack, but think about what Homicide did to Senshi. That's going to keep him from using that arm to climb those ropes, damaging that arm. And then the cracker jack on Skipper, and now Hernandez is going up, and we told you he's not afraid of the heights or the ropes, my friends.
That opens the door for LAX, and look at this big man make his way across. He's on the verge of taking down the X and getting the tag title shot.
You can see Skipper trying to stop him, but he just doesn't quite have enough of the cracker jack. Can he get up there in time? Looks like Hernandez can't quite reach over. He's trying to concentrate. Nice drop kick, and it works right into the back.
Finally, that drop kick from Skipper takes big Hernandez down. But here comes the Warrior just as quickly to take advantage of that opening for the Triple X team.
Well, they better be quick because Senshi knows what he's doing. You're wondering how bad that forearm shot onto the table. The Homicide did affected him. Look at this. Oh, what a powerbomb. What a powerbomb by Hernandez.
Sit out powerbomb. Hernandez drives the back of Senshi's head directly into the mat. Now, meanwhile, check this out. Up at the top, down of the structure, it's Elite Skipper fighting it out with Homicide.
Unbelievable, they're on top of the structure, and you can hear the crowd chanting TNA and Homicide slipped down. The sweat, it was close, he slipped down. Look at Skipper, what is he doing? He's standing on the top. Oh my God, cross body block all the way from the top. Oh my God, that was insane. Wow.
You hear the reaction? Yeah, they're going nuts and Bound for Glory for Ultimate X. Oh God, was that incredible?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But the problem is it takes both of them out. And now you see Homicide sees an opening. He sees a window. Can he make it? But Skipper getting up and going after him.
It's a momentum turning move, but you're right, Don. Momentum quickly swings in favor of LAX. Homicide tries to get across that cable. Primetime Elite Skipper is going to follow up from outside on the structure. Look how quickly Homicide goes across.
Using his legs. And Skipper doing the same thing. Both of them down in the middle. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my God. Oh no. Together they hit.
Neck breaker from the top of the structure. My God. Guys, we got to take another look and look at the impact of the fall.
You can see where Skipper kind of even fell a little bit on top of Homicide. Both of them are out on the floor. You see Hernandez slowly checking on his partner, getting to his knees. You wonder where Senshi, you can see him on the other side trying to get up. All these guys have put it on the line, and they don't have anything left right here. Are they going to have enough to climb the ropes, Mike?
Out of the four individuals in this match, Hernandez, the only one who is on his feet, trying to help his partner, Homicide, even to get back up just to that vertical base. You can see him cheering him on, urging him on, trying to send him up.
He's going to run interference. He's going to run interference, Mike. He's trying to get Homicide up there. He's going to put himself in position to try to block these guys. And Triple X is going to have to work as a team if they're going to get through Hernandez to stop Homicide, Mike. Oh, but you can see it's just so much for all of them. As Senshi able to find a way through, take Hernandez off of his feet, and now look at it, Senshi's got the, oh man! Homicide just threw him right into the girders.
Using the steel structure as a weapon. And you're right, taking Senshi, putting him face first right into it. No way. He's not going to try for the gringo killer up there.
Not up there. No way. That is just too risky, but he was trying.
Oh, he sure was.
Look at the elbow shot by Senshi, though. He wasn't going to get caught in that.
No way. Is he going to go for the Warrior's way?
Oh, no.
No. Look out.
Oh, my God. He does the double foot stomp. He hits the Warrior's way, and Homicide couldn't do anything. He was just hanging there. Oh, my God. What a shot by Senshi.
Yeah, they're loving it here in the ATL and Bound for Glory as we anticipate which of these two teams, Triple X or LAX, will win Ultimate X and get a shot at the TNA Tag Team titles.
Another crackerjack by Hernandez. The strength he has shown through the adversity has been unreal. Now look at this. He wants to take somebody out.
No, not the 300-pound.
No
He's
way.
not going to fall.
No
Is he?
way.
Look out. Right here in front of us. Oh, he got cut off by Skipper. Perfectly placed boot to the midsection.
Well, he telegraphed it too much there. And now you can see, but again, the strength of Hernandez as he takes Skipper out of it.
Attempt at the play of the day by Elix Skipper. Block. Then the sandwich clothesline. Here's Hernandez. He's got prime time up.
He's got it. Looks like he's got the border toss. He's got him up. And he sends him right on Senshi with the border toss. Right over the top rope. Wow.
He just took Elix Skipper, and you're right. Border tossed him over the top. And they fell like dominoes on the floor.
And right now, Hernandez standing solo in the middle of the ring. Homicide right in front of me. Pointing him up. Senshi and Skipper are down. Is Hernandez going to make it up there? Can he get across?
Can he do it? Can he take down the X? Can he get a title shot for the Latin American exchange? He's close. He's on the verge of victory.
Look at him use that strength. Getting his legs up there. Keeping him in place. And now he's taking down the X. Oh, my God. They're going to do it. And X has done it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of Ultimate X, the Latin American Exchange.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Exhibit A in how you kick off a TNA 3-hour pay-per-view.
I'm exhausted. Unbelievable.
This has been a presentation of TNA Entertainment.